I joined the flying column in 1916 in Cork with Sean Bide, Tipperary with Dan Breen, arrested by Free Staters and sent and swore to die. Farewell to Tipperary, to the guilty mountain boy. We crossed the pleasant valleys and over the hilltops of green. We met the Denny Lacey, Sean Hogan and Dan Breen, Sean Myron and his gallant men. They kept the flag flying high. Farewell to Tipperary, to the Galtee mountain boy. We trekked the Wicklow mountains, we were rebels on the run. Through haunted night and morning, we were outlaws but free men. We rode the Dublin mountain, the sun was shining high. Farewell to Tipperary, to the Galtee mountain boy. Well, I bid farewell to old Clonmel, and never again will we see. And to the Galtee mountain we were off to shelter me. To the men who fought for liberty and died without our sign, may their cause be never forgotten. To the Galtee mountain boy, may their cause be never forgotten. To the Galtee mountain boy.
There we go, the Celtic Nate there for you. With the Galtee Mountain Boy, I'm doing spicy for our great Grand National winner from County Tipperary Airface, folks. My apologies there, but usually it just gets cut off on Facebook, but today I cut off on YouTube and Facebook altogether. So I think basically what the problem just is, it's just the internet, the Wi-Fi in this house. It's very, very sketchy, so it is, and it's just sometimes I think that was the first time it's actually cut everything off. It was just trying to buffer and it knocked the whole stream off. So that's why I basically started the new stream completely. So we're just going to try and get Aidan on the phone here from Patter Browns now. We're going to be yarn with him. So hopefully he'll pick up the phone. He's probably going to go, "You told me 2 o'clock. What do you call me for now?" I know what he's going to say. "Ro, I was in the toilet or something and you rang me there. And you said 2 o'clock. It's not 2 o'clock yet." It isn't. Right, so we'll play an R&B song here and then I'll maybe get Aidan on the phone. So right, let's see what we're going to go for here. We'll just have a wee juke and see what we'll have. Well, actually, we'll do this here one here. This is actually one of the songs that we'll have on the CD. The Rebs for Hope CD, folks. And it's well, the guy who sung this song is going to be on the show, and actually he's going to be in the studio. So he is. Normally we'll have all the guests on the phone, but obviously we'll have somebody based in Belfast, so he's going to be on the studio. But not 2 weeks. So not next week, the week after, we're talking about Of course, Mickey McNally, formerly of the Irish Brigade, now with Misa Era, brilliant, excellent mandolin player and singer as well. Obviously, his wife Maura wrote a lot of the songs. So she wrote this one, indeed. So this is The Streets of Gibraltar. So it is, of course, about our volunteers who were assassinated on the streets of Gibraltar. Dan McCann, Sean Savage and Mairead Farrell. So it's the Misa Era band from my album, folks, Rebs for Hope. This is The Streets of Gibraltar. And hopefully once it's finished, we'll get Aidan on the phone and we're going to be yarn with him, folks.
They flew out of Belfast with an ambitious plan to continue the struggle to free Ireland. Mairead Farrell, Sean Savage and Daniel McCann, but they died on the streets of Gibraltar. In a night I'd been watching that followed each one. They knew they weren't armed, that none had a gun. We'll give them no warning or no chance to run. Well, 3 must die on Gibraltar, and sad are 3 homes in Belfast now. All Ireland shares their sorrow as they walked in the sun, hidden Brits. And the SAS stood there, so proud of their deed. 3 more freedom fighters lay dead in the street, like the 8 block of martyrs in ambushed at me. But 3 far away in Gibraltar, and sad are 3 homes in Belfast now. All Ireland shares their sorrow as they walked in the sun, hidden Brits through their guns, and their blood stained the streets of Gibraltar. Mairead, while in prison, we watched you with pride. Due to all you believed in, and for this you died. With 2 fine volunteers, Dan and Sean at your side. A part of us died in Gibraltar, and sad are 3 homes in Belfast now. All Ireland shares their sorrow as they walked in the sun, hidden Brits through their guns, and their blood stained the streets of Gibraltar. It happens each time that a volunteer dies. They screen up the truth with a cover of lies, but we know what happened, although it's denied. They planned the 3 deaths on Gibraltar, and sad are 3 homes in Belfast now. All Ireland shares their sorrow as they walked in the sun, comrades to their guns, and their blood stained the streets of Gibraltar, and their blood stained the streets.
There we go, folks. Sound of the Mesa Era band with the Streets of Gibraltar, and hopefully we should have Aidan on the phone now. Hello, Aidan. Can you hear me?
Hello.
All right, mate. I was trying to ring you earlier on, but I think you were in the toilet or something, were you? I don't know what you were doing.
I don't really use the messenger, the caller, so I don't know what happened there now.
No.
I just when I clicked on the messenger, I seen you trying to call, so
No, to be honest,
I didn't know whether I was answering it or what the hell I done with it. I heard an echo all right, but I'm on with you there now, am I?
Yes, mate, you're on there. Happy days. Right, so listen, folks, we'll have
Right.
Aidan Brown now on the phone. Aidan is the proprietor of probably Dublin's only dedicated rebel bar, Patter Brown's. So obviously, Aidan, we had you on the podcast. Was it 2019 wasn't when I was down at the Balladfest. I done an interview with you actually out in the back room.
West that time, yeah, yes. It was 2019.
So listen, so obviously for people when they heard that episode, to tell us first a wee bit about obviously when you took over the bar and how the sort of whole rebel sort of thing came about in the pub.
So yeah, basically myself and my partner Lee took over in 2014, and it was kind of a karaoke bar here. To be honest, it was just a small inner city pub and a bit of karaoke at the weekends and pretty dead during the week and stuff like that. So we just wanted to get some Irish music and ballads and rebel music into it. So we just started putting on a few nights and got rid of all the karaoke and the crap, and it just kind of took off from there, really, you know.
And it's worked out for you. So obviously, probably you started off having Chris Carney in with you, and obviously now he would be probably your resident singer. So tell us a wee bit about your relationship with Chris.
Yeah, so when we started out, we tried a number of different Dublin bands, just kind of more ballady, more so than rebel, you know. So it was kind of a half-arse effort, and it didn't. It worked, but it wasn't great. Like, it wasn't filling the place, it wasn't paying the bills. And when you have a small pub and you're paying 300-400 for bands and you're only getting kind of 40-50 people in, it doesn't really work. So I'd been following Erling around. I seen Chris years ago in a pub called Malloy's in Tallaght. I think he was Clan Carney then, the name of the band. And they were playing in Hanlon's Corner over on the North Circular Road after a Dublin match one day. I think that was around 2014 and 2015 maybe, and I brought a mate of mine with me, and I says, fuck, these guys are good, you know. And there was a few in Hanlon's Corner, not many, and I said if I can get them in Patters, I said we'll pack the place out every week. And so I approached them, and Chris, I tell you, like, I didn't really deal with Chris in the beginning. I dealt with Jay and maybe not so much Sonia. I think just Jay really I dealt with, and we got them in. And the first gig that was known here, so we give it another push. Their second gig was a little bit busy, and then I think after that, every time they played here, the place was packed. Like, you couldn't move in the place, so it just really took off from there, you know. So
obviously then you started bringing, like, as you sort of told me in the interview I done with you, that everybody says you'll never bring the Irish Brigade, you'll never bring Gary Ogan, you'll never bring Lexi Shabin in, and you've brought all these bands into your wee bars you have, like.
Yeah, but that's everyone was always kind of, this wouldn't work and that wouldn't work, and when we floated the idea of doing tickets one day, and everyone said, you can't fucking charge customers in, and I said, well, if I get a big band in and they're looking for whatever,
have to pay for it, like,
the money that they're looking for, I says, well, fuck it, we will put tickets on. And we did, and the Irish Brigade, I think, was the first ticket gig. I think that might have been May 2017, 2018. It was, the Irish Brigade always done the bank holiday, the May bank holiday here, which is, I think, Bobby Sands' anniversary. I think it's usually around the May bank holiday Monday. And we just charged £10 a ticket. I think we put Emer on with them for the first one, or maybe Chris, I'm not sure. And we had them then two or three times a year at €10-12 a ticket, and it always sold out. And it was, that was the start of the ticket gigs then. So then came Gary and Derek Warfield, and I think Chris Cavan did a Luke Kelly tribute. He done a couple. Shabin, the Druids. we just said we just took it from there really, and we just kept going for bigger and better all the time, you know.
Yeah. So obviously you done the first Balladfest in the City West, and obviously then you'd already been sort of promoting the following year's one. Obviously, before the event that you didn't have them. So you tell us a wee bit about the event that you planned for the National Stadium. So obviously this has been put back a couple of times. So it has.
Yeah. So the one in the stadium was originally. But it got moved to November 20. Jesus, I don't even know what year.
I know.
This corona.
I know it's mad. Like, so it is.
But the date is after being basically moved 3 times. So the new date we had was July 24th for this year. So we were looking at July 24th. Because it was the middle of the summer, and the few promoters agreed, and I rang around a few people and said, look, we should be up and running by July, but no, I don't know whether that's going to happen now or not. So
tell us,
we have a provisional date then, February next year, which if this thing is not gone by February next year, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. I think everyone's going to lose the plot, you know.
But I think probably more of the south is like the vaccines is going to be the big thing, because obviously they seem to be way a bit behind than everybody else. So they are like,
but they're promising that they're promising by July 24th. Anyways, I think it's the majority of the adult population are going to be vaccinated. So, but whether that's just Fianna Fáil bullshit or I don't know. But as soon as everyone's vaccinated, I don't see what the problem is. Why life can't return to a bit of normality,
so
you know.
Tell us a wee bit about actually the National Stadium. You're always trying to think outside the box, and what a venue for a gig like. So I mean, obviously, I've been well known for people for having boxing events in, but there's been loads of maybe way back over the years. All the big bands all played here in that venue, so they did.
Yeah, the stadium is fairly famous, like as music gigs go in Dublin and in Ireland. I mean, Tin Lizzy and everyone, Christy Moore, the Dubliners, the Wolf Tones, everyone has played there. And well, I think what happened with the stadium is the boxing got so popular, especially the amateur boxing, right? So you have boxing events every weekend, nearly booked out up there for All Irelands and all that kind of stuff, European competitions. Then professional boxing events came along. Then the wrestling came along, which I think there's about 5 wrestling events a year up there, which is booked out for the weekend. So basically the music gigs just took a back seat, and Vicar Street was built, and you already have the Olympia, the Gaiety, the Academy, the Bunting Factory. There's so many venues in Dublin, and I think the stadium just kind of fell behind a bit there, and we're happy enough with the boxing. And then they got, I think it was the Script, an Irish kind of pop band. They done a gig up there about 2-3 years ago, and it went very well for them. And it was the first big act they had in years, you know. So I think from then on they started looking down the Music Avenue again, and it's right around the corner from the pub. Like it's not even a 5-minute walk from here. So I just said,
perfect, like.
It's just perfect, and it's quite big, you know. It's you can nearly get 2,000 people into it if it's standing, and so yeah, I just thought it was ideal to try the stadium and give it a go for a year, you know.
So before we talk about Balladfest 3, obviously we haven't got too out of it, but we'll talk about Balladfest 3. Tell us obviously a bit about, actually you're a pub owner, right? And you sort of obviously have massive outlays to pay out. Now, I know obviously a few pub owners up in the north, and I sort of know what they've went through, and the process they've had to try and go through to get government funding and stuff, and it's been heartbreaking for them. Tell us a wee bit about yourself, Aidan, about obviously how it went with you with lockdown.
Well, to be honest, like, we received a small grant there, like just to kind of, it pays the rent, right? So the grant to pay the rent, and then most other bills and stuff are you know, you got small electricity bill and gas bill and all that kind of stuff, but like we're okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not going broke. We sell a bit of merchandise there just for a few bob and stuff, and we keep busy then doing other projects and stuff, but we're okay, like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to come on and say, oh, well, the pub mightn't open
again,
no fucking money and stuff. I'm not going to put, some big pubs are putting on a poem out, which I think is absolute nonsense, you know, because the bigger your pub and the bigger your takes is, the bigger the grant you get. So we're right on the lowest bracket. There's 5 different brackets and we're on the lowest one, so we're doing okay. We're all right. It pays the rent, and we're all right. We'll be back in a few months' time, and we'll be stronger than ever. So
hopefully,
we'll be all right. You know?
So obviously, you've started advertising over the last few weeks. Balladfest 3. So obviously, you've met first and said Dag Warfield, Young Wolftones, Gary Oak was full band, then Damien Quinn with Liam is going to be playing Liam McDonald, and obviously then you've announced yesterday as well that Emer and Chris are going to be playing. So this one here, you're planning, it's going to be a 2-day event then, so it is?
Yeah, so we're looking, I tell you what, Ro, like we're basically, we're looking at a hotel in Dublin, because I mean, from the first Balladfest, we got the feeling like, because everyone was staying the night and stuff, was almost like a wedding, you know. The big, you know, everyone got down for the breakfast the next morning and telling the crack about the night before and the late bar and everything. So we wanted that kind of feeling back. We're up in the stadium, the bar like is strictly 12 o'clock, you know what I mean? So when the second Balladfest ends, I presume, like, I mean, you're not going to fit fucking 1,500 people back in Patter, so I don't know what's going to happen then. Like, so they're going to be going all over the place, and to bring it back to a hotel, I think just gives it that feel. Everyone's booked in for the weekend, and they got a nice, they got a spa, and they got swimming pool and sauna and all that, and it's a nice facility for the weekend for everyone, and make a bit of an event out of it. Make it a 2-day event, and so we've five acts announced already, and then another 5 to go. So we just kind of leak them out during the week, and hopefully once the venue is fully booked, I can advertise where it is and how to get tickets and all that kind of stuff.
So the tickets aren't available for this yet? You're just sort of teasing people now then, or what's crack there? Yeah,
well, to be honest, Ro, we're just getting the date out there. 27th and 28th of May 2022, because there's so many other events. Kind of every year we've noticed since we run the first Balladfest, there's kind of a few more kind of pop up and stuff, and not that everyone's doing the same thing or anything like that, but it's just a lot of other places have their venues advertised and their gigs advertised, so we just kind of want to get it out there, like, and get the tickets sold. That's the hard part, you know. Everything else is easy enough, like, it's just getting the tickets sold, you know.
Right, well, listen, best of luck with it. Obviously we'll hopefully be down to both of them. Obviously the next one goes ahead. I really enjoyed it the last time. Like,
we hope to have you a part of it. We hope to have you a part of it, and doing your thing. You've got now, you'll have 10 bands to interview and do for your podcast at the next one. So yeah, that's it really.
So listen here, before you go in, well, obviously you have here Chris's album, obviously recorded live at Patters lined up, so we'll pick a wee song from it and we'll stick it on for you in here. So what one do you want to do?
Is that the
first one, aye. Actually, I've got the second one yet.
I must say, I was saying, we only have, I think we've about 30 or 40 copies of the second one left here in the pub, and then once they're sold, you'll probably have the second one up on Spotify, you know. So the fourth album, what's Only Our Rivers Run Free is on the fourth, isn't it?
Let's see, is it Rivers? I'm looking through here, and there's Willie and Danny, Mary Playboy, Dan Rebel, Bloody Sunday, Some Say Devil Is Dead, Sam's Song, Ray McCrease, Joe McDonald, George and Pop, Boys Over Brigade, Black and Tans, Billy Reid. What's the Rivers isn't on this one?
Well, give us I don't know, just stick Billy Reid on. I like Billy Reid. It's a lovely song.
Right, no problem. Listen, so Chris, I was going to say, right, Chris, Pat, or Aidan, I'm probably calling you Patter, calling you Chris, everything. Aidan, listen, Mitchell, I'll talk to you in soon, mate, and good luck, and hopefully we're opening in soon, and we can start get back to some normal. Alright, so talk to you later.
No problem at all, Ro. Thanks for having me on.
Right, that was Aidan Brown from Patter Brown's Pub in Dublin, just basically getting a wee catch up about the Balladfest and stuff, and we'll hopefully be at the next one. I was at the one in 2019. It was a cracking event, so it was fantastic. Absolutely loved it, and ended up sleeping out in the car at the back, and you heard the story about there. My back was killing me, so it was. So here we go. This is Chris Carney live in Patter Brown's Pub with the ballad of Billy Reid, especially for Aidan Brown.
This is a wee song that's dedicated to memory of volunteer Billy Reid. Sing you a song of a terrible wrong when the flags your flew at half-mast. Well, a man, he lay dead, he was riddled with lead, and he died on the streets of Belfast. Oh, and the radio said there's another shot dead. He died with a gun in his hand, but they never said why, and he had to die, or he died to free Ireland. Well, it happened one day when the bold IRA went out to fight for their land, with an old Thompson gun, put the Brits on the run, and returned to their home was the plan. Oh, and the radio said there's another shot dead. He died with a gun in his hand, but they never said why Billy Reid had to die, or he died to free Ireland. Although he lay dead, he was kicked in the head. By the hair they dragged him around. They still fear me yet, and will never forget how brave Billy Reid stood his ground. Oh, and the radio said there's another shot dead. He died with a gun in his hand, but they never said why Billy Reid had to die, or he died to free Ireland. If you think he was right, come and join in our fight and help us to free Ireland. For the blood that he shed, although he lay dead, in our hearts his memory will last. Oh, and the radio said there's another shot dead. He died with a gun in his hand, but they never said why Billy Reid had to die, or he died to free Ireland. Yes, he died to free Ireland.
The people of Ireland, they mourn once again. The young volunteer from the Cregan, he came 30th December, year 94. Paul Edward Kinsella lies to heaven's door. Kinsella, Kinsella, remember him well. This young volunteer, we put him through hell, and remember the price these young volunteers pay to ensure that a country is freedom one day, to ensure that a country is freedom one day. With iron guards they kept him chained to his bed. Though he was dying, no compassion they showed him. They degraded his family, no respect did they show. How they stuck sleep at night, Christ I never will know. You left behind Kathy and Michaela so young. Your daddy, your brothers, your sister none. Your friends in the Crumlin and those dark pitch-black cells. We will all meet in heaven while the Brits go to hell. Kinsella, Kinsella, remember him well. This young volunteer, put him through hell, and remember the price these young volunteers pay to ensure that our country is freedom one day. McLaughlin, compassionate road. His dying mother let him console. They laughed in the faces of the loaves in their grief, but their deeds will unite us and see their defeat. Kinsella, Kinsella, remember him well. The young volunteer, they put him through hell. And remember the price some volunteers pay to ensure that our country has freedom one day. To ensure that our country has freedom one day. The Terry Brigade fired a volley of shots as a final salute to a comrade they lost. But your memory, young Paul, will have evermore. It will help us remove this red scum from our shores. The people of Ireland, they mourn once again. A young volunteer from the Craigan he came. On the 13th of December in the year 94, Paul Edward Kinsella passed through heaven's door. Kinsella, Kinsella, remember him well. This young volunteer, they put him through hell. And remember the price each young volunteers pay to ensure that our country has freedom one day. To ensure that our country has freedom one day.
There we go, folks. That is the brilliant Paul Kinsella from Shebeen from their album Disband the RUC. And that other one was basically for, let's see who has that one there on YouTube. That was for Son of Erin 1916. Listen, to see everybody posting on YouTube going about basically saying that there's no need to sleep in the car the next time. There's backpack hostels in the road. You shouldn't have to sleep in the car. There's many places to rest. Weary comrades here in Dublin. Listen, it wasn't intended to sleep in the car. It wasn't a thing of I'm just a stingy bastard and I'm going to pay for a hotel. Basically, what happened was I was just going to head home, but I had a few beers. But what I ended up doing was Kieran Davenport, who was playing that night with the Irish Brigade, so he had said to me, listen, look, here, I have a room here, it's got the beds, so you can just sleep in my room. You happy days last week, no problem. So obviously Kieran had got up that morning about 4 o'clock to get his flight over to Dublin. He was shattered, so he went to bed pretty early once the thing wasn't even finished yet. And obviously I didn't know what room he was staying in, whatever. I didn't have I was going around and started banging people's doors. So I went back to the residence bar anyway with Jared Glack and a few other ones. I was in a airlock, like whatever. And I said, well, I'm going to sleep in the car here the night swim. So I ended up, my car was parked out the back. So I got all my gear anyway down and stuff, packed it all into the car. So I did. And went down. And literally, the car I was driving at the time was a Skoda Superb, right? Big car. Like, I've been told by the Healy's undertakers that if you put the seats down, you can fit two coffins into it. So you can, apparently. But and I was laying in the back of this thing, and all you need to do is there's a wee button to call probably the nickname is like the dog button. If you hit this wee button, it just locks the doors and knocks the sort of inside sensor off. I didn't know this here, so I was busy trying to sleep with the keys in my hand. So every time I moved, the bloody car alarm went off and woke me up. And so I literally all night, I'm sure people out in the bloody was laying sleeping and they heard somebody car alarm going off. Must have been all night long in the car park. So that's why I ended up sleeping in the car. I wasn't intentional. I wasn't just being cheap and wouldn't pay for a hotel in the city west, but actually, I'm sure it was pretty expensive. I wouldn't have paid for it anyway. But there you go. That's why anyway, folks. Right, so let's see what we have here. Martin Heaney says, let's get it booked. Hugh, Celine, Elaine, Kate and Roe, all the same place. Mental. Aye. Let's see. Jared Glacken, where is he? Oh, there's Jared Glacken now. I don't remember that there. Well, Kieran and me were sharing a room. We'll see, that's what I was. That's what he told me. So he did. Jared was saying, Kieran said to me, we were sitting down. And he says, "Listen, big man, you come stay in my room." See, like I told him I didn't know I was staying. Apologies, but there you go, Jared. Yeah. So see, that's when people start telling stories and you think, oh, okay, right. I didn't know Kieran was staying in the room with you. I just know he went to bed pretty early because he went to bed pretty early because I see all these people here now. They're all at the event. They're all laughing their heads. There's Emer on. There's Gerald on. That's hilarious. You land sleeping in the car or whatever. See no news and ask me to go and probably get my head down on the floor or something. But anyway, there you go. Right, so what the hell do I have lined up now first? Right, so somebody asked me to play a song for the ballad of Colin Marks by Justice. Its 30th anniversary was yesterday. Murdered by the REC in Downpatrick for his family, friends and comrades. Yes, I had it lined up and go play it in the next 10 and 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do next, folks, I'm going to now give away the second CD. So this one here now this is the brilliant new album from Peter O'Connell, Irish balladeer from County Limerick. So he is. So folks, it's a pretty simple question, right? And this is the album. It's called Isle of Freedom. Fantastic album, so it is. So we're going to play a song from the album now, okay? So tell me this here. What band does Peter... Now, so this is basically on Facebook and YouTube, okay? So tell me, what band does Peter play with? What is the name of the band that Peter plays with? And whoever has the answer first is going to win the CD. It'll be sent out to go. That's the question. What band does Peter play with? Let's see. There we go. And the winner is Derek Delaney on YouTube. So well done, Derek. And the answer is Clover. So there you go. They're all coming in. Clover is the band from County Limerick. So Derek Delaney, you're the winner. Well done. If you just send me a wee PM, mate, just to Facebook, if you're on Facebook, and with your name and address and stuff, and I'll get to the CD send it. There you go. So all the answers are all flying in now. So that's what's it, Jared Stanley. In my defence, I don't remember too much from the residents. Well, Jared, to be honest, yes, I can remember yourself and Mick sitting there, and you weren't really sitting, you were laying against them. So you were. Mick wasn't in much state himself. I also remember Emer trying to drag him up the stairs because he was in no state, and he was embarrassing her. So he was, which is what Emer said anyway. That's what I can remember. So yes, mate, in your defence, you weren't in much state to remember anything, so you weren't. But listen, hey ho, what can you do? Right, so we'll do this one. This is from Peter's fantastic album, Isle of Freedom. This is a great tune called The Contender, folks. Here we go on. Oh, hey, wait a minute, I'm going to turn this YouTube off. See, it's on the same channel here, right? So give me 2 seconds. I'll just knock this off because it's basically the other laptop I have here that plays the Spotify stuff and all the songs from like Media Player and whatever. It's on the same channel as YouTube, and that's what was coming through there. So here we go, Peter. It's Peter O'Connell with The Contender from his album Isle of Freedom, folks, and well done to Ray, who won the CD.
When I was young and I was in my day, could have stole what woman's heart there was away. I'd sing and dance into the morning, blaze a trail into the dawning, long before I was the man you see today. I was born beneath the star that promised all, I could have lived my life between Cork, Cove and Youghal, but the wheel of fortune took me from the highest point. It shook me by the bottle, even by the bottle I will fall. There in the mirror on the wall, I see the dream is fading from the contender to the brawl. The ring, the rose, the matador is raven. When I die, I'll die a drunk down on the street. You can count me out to 10 in clear defeat. Wrap the starry plough around me, let the pipers air resound me. There I'll rest unto the Lord of love I'll meet. And there in the mirror on the wall, I see the dream is fading from the contender to the brawl. The ring, the rose, the matador is raven. There in the mirror on the wall, I see the dream is fading from the contender to the brawl. The ring, the rose, the matador is raven. Wrap the starry plough around me, let the pipers air resound me. There I'll rest unto the Lord of love I'll meet. Wrap the starry plough around me, let the pipers air resound me. There I'll rest unto the Lord of love I'll meet.
A great sadness descended o'er the county to roam, for no more through its follies will we ever roam. But our people remember, to their children they tell, how we died fighting and how in Loughgall we fell. So farewell to Cabba and to Galbally. Farewell to my friends and to my family. I fought with my comrades, so brave and so bold. They laid down their lives for the green, white and gold. Paddy Kelly, our leader, we shared the same name, and the gallant How sad was the day that fate dealt its hand. Volunteer Padraig McKerney, so proud and so true, and Gerard O'Callaghan, a great comrade too. So farewell to Kappa and to Galbally. Farewell to my friends and to my family. I fought with my comrades, so brave and so bold. They laid down their lives for the green, white and gold. Big Tony Gorney, you were a brother to me. No one thought more of him than I did of he. And Seamus Townley, you were only a lad. How your death at 19 was unbearably sad. Volunteer Declan Arthurs, you lived as you died. How proud I was then to have fought by your side. We were a brave fighting unit, respected by all. How sad was the day we died at Loughgall. So farewell to Kappa and to Galbally. Farewell to my friends and to my family. I fought with my comrades, so brave and so bold. They laid down their lives for the green, white and gold. My name's Eugene Kelly, think not just of me, but of all the young men who yearn to be free. As your guns raised o'er Emmyvale and o'er Kappa Street, there were tears in your eyes, but no thought of defeat. So keep up the fight, brave Ben of Tyrone. Our spirit will be with you, so you're never alone. Our spirit will be with you, so you're never alone.
There we go. Farewell to Kappa there for you, of all the East Tyrone Brigade. Definitely. There you go, folks. That there's from the cracking album there from the Kappa Martyrs East Tyrone Members CD. Of course, that CD is dedicated to these brave volunteers. Declan Arthurs, Malcolm Nugent, Martin McCaughey, Martin Herson, Seamus Donnelly, Tony Gormley, John Quinn, Eugene Kelly and Dwayne O'Donnell, folks. So, yeah, remember, we were selling that CD last year and it literally blew up. Two bunches of the CDs and they were gone in no time. So there you go. Let's see. So, yeah, well done, Derek Delaney. And he just said his wife just ordered a t-shirt. So, will I send the CD? Yes. So, you won the Peter O'Connell CD. Well done. It's a cracking CD. So, you'll really enjoy it. So, well done, mate. There you go. Shane McCrory on Kappa. One Street, One Enemy. There's our Stevie Holbrook on. Brilliant song. Stevie, what's the crack, mate? Let's see, Marty McGinnis just says, brilliant, Peter, one of my favourite songs. Yeah, The Contender. Right, so we're going to have another two prizes, folks, to give away over between 3 and 4. We're going to be giving this here away, the brilliant album, Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones, with this album, The Call of Erin, 19 songs. Fantastic album this is, folks. And there's a brilliant wee wee booklet inside. Obviously, everything that Derek does, he does grand gestures. It's not just it's nothing small. So it's a great wee book. So somebody's we win that as well. And then the last prize, we'll have this here, cracking T-shirt to give away. What we're doing is, I'll just let you see it again. This is a brilliant T-shirt, Rebel Roots for Jordan Sticks. There you go. You can see it. So it's an extra large, folks. I say George sent me this up, and he must have thought that my belly was a bit slimmer than it actually was, because extra large definitely won't fit me yet. So it won't. Let's see. So what are we next? Right, so yeah, we'll have this one lined up already, so we're going to do this next phase. We went long as well, folks. A lot of the songs we're doing today, they're all maybe like 6-7 minutes, but they're all really good tunes. So we're still on Facebook and YouTube, folks, in case you're wondering what the crack with the stream was. Just basically the internet in the house here, what we're using. It's not great, and it sometimes cuts out, but for today, for some reason, it just cut YouTube and Facebook off all together. So we'll have to start the stream again. So what I'll do is when I share the stream later on, I'll share both of them, so you just make sure you haven't missed any of the streams. So we're going to do this one, folks. Yesterday was the anniversary, of course, of Colin Marks, who was murdered by REC in Downpatrick. So go to this one. Somebody had asked for it on Facebook, but I already had this here one well lined up. So this is from Damien Quinn and his band Justice, folks. And this here one here is the ballad of Colin Marks, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
On Wednesday, 10th of April, the year of 91, a volunteer down Patrick Lane, his work was not yet done. For are you going to take a position and traveling unarmed? He was gunned down by British despots and fell from the mother farm. No warning cry was given as flares lit up the sky. A shoot to kill was ordered when they said that man must die. And no lying badly injured, they dragged him to a spot. It was there they kicked and beat him, 'cause he would not give up. From boyhood's prime to manhood's bloom, for errand he worked and fought, until the day he met his doom, no rank nor honor sought. While grass grows green and iron, we'll think of Colin Marks. We'll sing his praise o'er hill and vale, in grief and gloom are dark. Bleeding and dying, the island's great defender. No earthly aid could save him, for his wounds were old and new. For he fought and died for Ireland, and yes, he left his mark, and to join the Irish martyrs was the soul of Colin Marks. Arrested and beaten many times before, His long campaign against British claim led him to the fore. We'll keep the flag high flying till we're free from England's shame. A soldier true goodbye to you until we meet again. From boys prime to manhood's bloom, for errand he worked and fought, until the day he met his doom, no light nor honor sought.
That's Damien Quinn there, folks, with all the column marks. That's from the Justice Rebel Band album, so it is, folks. You can get hold of that there on Spotify, or give Damien a shout. He's actually doing a USB with all of his albums on it. Actually, somebody asked me as well there, had I any USBs left of my Rebs for Hope album? No more USBs at the minute. I've done 2 batches and they all sold out, so maybe another, well, I'll get another lack of USBs made up, so well. It's just a good lot of CDs there as well. So let's see, Leo Fagan says, have you any more CDs, mate? Leo, just tell me, is it my CD you're looking? The Rebs for Hope CD? If it is, yep. If there's loads here, just send me a wee PM and I'll get what I'll actually do in a minute. I'll put the address up for the Big Cartel website when merchandise stuff gets sold. I'll put it in the chat section here. So I see Marty McGuinness there, as just said, actually we'll give away his CD at the start of the show, in the first hour, his album, Raised on Songs and Stories. So listen, what he's going to do is, he's going to give away another CD, so fair play to you, Marty. So we'll do that now for you, folks. There's loads of prizes today, so there is. So we'll do this here now for you. So if you're listening now on YouTube and Facebook, again, we're going to give you a question, and whoever the first to answer is on YouTube, or Facebook. Oh, Hugh is having a terrible time here, so he is. Right, so here we go. This is the question, right, we're going to do for for Marty McGuinness' second CD. So it's from the Marty from Twice Daily Irish Band. This is for his CD, Raised on Songs and Stories. So here's the quick questions. Very easy one, this one. So whoever answers it first will be the winner. And obviously then send me your name and address to the podcast page on Facebook, and then I'll get the CD arranged for you, okay? So he's all listening. This is the question. So obviously there's a famous drink in Lurgan. So there's a lot of people in Lurgan drink it. It's quite famous. So what is the nickname for it? So tell me this here. Lurgan what? So what is the nickname for Lurgan's most favourite drink? Lurgan what? So whoever has the let's see, we'll see who has the answer up first. I'm just checking the Facebook stream here and on YouTube. So there's a famous drink. There we go. Stephen Holbrook. I knew you were going to be the winner. Lurgan Champagne is the winner. I'm sure Stevie has drunk a few bottles of Lurgan Champagne in his time, so he has. So there you go. So listen, Lurgan Champagne is the winner. Slaps. There you go. So see, they're talking about Buckfast. Yes, well it is. Buckfast is the famous drink, but the nickname for it is Lurgan Champagne. So there you go. Stevie Holbrook is the winner for the second time again, mate. You're doing well. Listen to this show, sure, mate. Right, so well done. So Stevie Holbrook, we'll get that arranged so you get that posted out, the CD, mate. Well done to you. Right, so Son of Her in 1916 had asked for, was looking for the hold on a second, I don't know what he had now. So it is what song he wanted to do. Looking for The Boy from Tam Locked Off, of course, great tune, but Francis Q. So a few other people had asked for a song from Emer, so we'll do this one here. We'll kill two birds with one stone. This is from Emer's album, A Thorn in England's Side, and this is The Boy from Tam Locked Off. And we'll do this for you South Derry ones, including Marty Heaney, who is technically a Westie now, but he's still an South Derry one at heart, so he is.
Heard a young girl more, a boy from Tamladove, she cried as to hear dead and gone. How my heart is torn apart for this young man to hills and glens became his home. It's there he used to hide. Once when they surrounded him, he quietly slipped away. And like a fox he went to ground, kept the dogs at bay. Moving round the countryside, he often made the news, but they could never lay their hands on my brave Francis Hughes. Finally they wounded him and captured him at last. And from that countryside he loved, they took him to Belfast. H-block cell. He went straight on the blanket, then on hunger strike as well. His will to win they could never break, no matter what they tried. He fought them every day he lived, he fought them as he died. Glensheen Pass, I heard a younger mourn. The boy from Tamladove, she cried, is 2 years dead and gone. How my heart is torn apart for this young man to lose. Oh, I'll never see the likes again of my young Francis Hughes. Oh, I'll never see the likes again of my young Francis Hughes.
There we go. There's Ari Moore there for you, from her album A Thorn in England. Said that there is the boy from Tamlock Head Melter McDagman. There were a couple of CDs. I was trying to read them over there. Rob Niven there says another one by Cruncher Road down by the Glen side. Right, I'll see if we can get one on for you, mate. Let's see. Yeah, so well done, Stevie Holbrook. He's a good luck charm for this show. So he is. I've seen yourself and Marty Kane. I think he's won the most CDs he has have on this here. Hey Q, he just sent me a message here, right, and it's literally about 3 pages long. So we'll have to wait till the next song's on. I'll get a wee read out. So okay, right. So yeah, folks, this is the Rebel podcast with Rebel Sundays. We're here live, multi-streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Well, Facebook for the minute. And again, apologies earlier on for the show basically cutting out. Again, it's just having trouble with this with Wi-Fi here, or Wi-Fi, as some people call it, with the Wi-Fi today. And that it just cut both streams off, so I had to restart. But don't worry, I will share the both of the streams later on, so you can listen to the whole thing again, which a lot of people do most weeks. So what I'm going to do next, I'll have it up here. Right. So somebody asked me earlier on, could I play the 90 Mails from Dublin Town. So we'll go do this one here. It's another great CD that's just been released over the last week or so. So fair play to Tam Pedden, who has brought it out. It's basically a CD dedicated mostly all Scottish bands, and they've sort of offered up Derek Lenny. I'll have to play the 6 show, not a chance in that tonight, mate. They've offered up a song for and all the money is going towards basically obviously the Derry Graves Committee, which goes towards obviously fixing the graves up and all the monuments and stuff. So well done to Tam and everybody else who was involved in putting this CD together. So again, we're going to do the tune from this year. And somebody asked me to play 90 Mails from Dublin Town. So this is a great Scottish band, the Jakes. So we're going to do this one here, this time from that album. So here we go. This is the Jakes with 90 Mails to Dublin Town on Rebel Sundays, folks.
90 miles from Dublin Town, in an H-block cell, to help you understand my plight, the story now I'll tell. Man, the blanket protest, the efforts must not fail. We're joined by men and women in the cash and Armadale. All began one morning, I was dragged to Castlereagh. Though it was 3 years ago, it seemed like yesterday. For 3 days kicked and beaten, and then was forced to sign confessions that convicted me of deeds that were not mine. Sentenced in a deadlock court, the protest it began. Would not wear their prison gear, I was a blanket man. I'll not accept their status, I'll not be criminalized. That's the issue in the block for which we give our lives. Over there in London town, oh how they laugh and sneer. They could only make us wear their loathsome prison gear. Prisoners of war is what we are, and that we must remain. The blanket protest cannot end till I won't say sir. Been frog marched down the landing and dragged back by the hair. I've suffered mirror searches, been probed by drunken bears. I've heard my comrades crying, screaming, offer hopeless prayers. I've been held in the scalding water while my back with dextrose was torn. I've been scratched and cut from head to foot and thrown down on the floor. I've suffered degradation, humility and pain. The spirit doesn't flutter, British torture is in vain. With the news that's coming in, the protest must not fail. Now we're joined by 30 girls in Armagh Women's Jail. Pay attention, Irish men and Irish women too, and show the Free State rulers that their silence will not do.
Yeah, so the Jakes are a few folks with 90 miles from Dublin town. Fantastic there, Jakes. And you'll hear there the whistle and flute in that song. You'll hear unmistakable sounds. Chris Cruikshank, so it is, who also plays with the Wakes and also plays with Gary Og and plays with Glasnevin and played on the album there with Krista Coyle. Chris Cruikshank is just one. He's the daddy over there in Glasgow, so he is like for anything rebel related. He's your man for. Basically, he's probably the Sticks Doherty, so he is of Glasgow, so he is. I'm sure Sticks will be glad to hear it there. Let's see, Martin just says, Maria Farrell, please row for East Tyrone, and you're going to have to get Big D on the pod. See, who's Big? What Big D are you talking about? Who's Big D? Who? Let me know. See, Liam McDonald, there you go, Liam, good to see you on. Jerry's Wood stuff as well. Right, we'll jump over across here to YouTube and see what's happening now. Joseph McGuire says, please play Paul Kinsella. Joseph already played it, so I have. Played the Shebeen version earlier on. Val, you're a sook. What? See, Valerie Lenny says, we really appreciate 1 to 5. Our Scottish friend will call me a sook. I don't know what you're talking about, Valerie. A sook or a soak? I don't know what the hell you can say there. Right, so we're going to do this one here. A bit of Kieran Davenport, of course, from Glasnevin fame. Kieran, good friend of the show. So this here is from his album. So it is True to the Last, Kieran. This is a brilliant song. The Belfast Brigade, folks, here on Rebel Sundays with myself, Ro, until 5 o'clock. So another 2 hours to go for you today. So get your requests in, please.
Gavin's in the specials out to shoot the people down. They thought the IRA were dead and gear up Belfast town. They got a rude awakening, the rifle and grenade, and they met the 1st Battalion of the Belfast Brigade. Glory, glory to our Ireland, glory, glory to this island, glory to the memory of the men who fought and died. No surrender is a war cry of the Belfast Brigade. These soldiers come from Hollywood, equipped with English guns, men by the thousand, ammunition by the ton. When they got to Lower Falls, you were seriously delayed. The old 2nd Battalion of the Belfast Brigade. Glory, glory to our Ireland, glory, glory to this island, glory to the memory of the men who fought and died. No surrender is a war cry of the Belfast Brigade. We have no ammunition, no armor cast to show. We're ready to defend ourselves no matter where we go. We're out with our republic, to hell with your free state. We're the fighting 3rd Battalion of the Belfast Brigade. Glory, glory to our Ireland, glory, glory to this island, glory to the memory of the men who fought and died. No surrender is a war cry, the Belfast Brigade. Come all you gallant Irishmen and join the IRA. We'll strike a blow for freedom when it comes a certain day. We know your country's history, sacrifices made. Come and join any battalion of the Belfast Brigade. Glory, glory to our Ireland, glory, glory to this island, glory to the memory of the men who fought and died. No surrender is a war cry of the Belfast Brigade. Glory, glory to our Ireland, glory, glory to this island, glory to the memory of the men who fought and died. No surrender is a war cry of the Belfast Brigade. No surrender is a war cry of the Belfast Brigade.
All you young rebels, come and listen while I say, for the love of one's country is a terrible thing. It banishes fear with the speed of a flame, and it makes us a part of the Patriot game. My name is O'Hanlon, I've just gone 16. My home is in Mana, and where I was weak, and I learned all my life who will England to blame, and to play my own part in the Patriot game. For nearly 2 years now I wandered away with the local battalion and the bold IRA, and I gave up my boyhood just to drill and to train, and to play my own part in the Patriot game. Silent the vows, now's long been free. 6 counties around her, John Paul's tyranny. And I gave up my boyhood for to drill and to train, and to play my own part in the patriot game. And now as I lie here, my body all whole, I think of those traitors who pardoned them so, and I wish that my rifle I'd give her the same to those grizzlies who sold out the patriot game. So come on, you young rebels, come and listen while I say, for the love of one's country is a terrible thing. It banishes fair with the speed of a flame, and it makes us all part of the patriot game.
There we go, one of the Rogues there from County Limerick, with the Patriot Game from their album, cracking album, that one. Right, folks, yes, so any more requests, let them in. We're here until, what time are we here till? 5 o'clock. Jesus, see, this is like, it's going flying through today. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, folks, any more requests, I'll get them in, if I can get them on. We're still on Facebook. I know the numbers are looking a wee bit down there, but there's a lot of share parties on. There's Jerry Glacken on, good show, Ro, happy days, Jerry. Cheers for tuning in. Patrick Trimble, brilliant. So Martin said it was D Fennel, Ro. We'll have to see about that there, D, or sorry, Martin. That may be a bit hard, that one, we'll see, but we'll have to just try and see what in what scenario and what situation we'll get him in on the show, you know. But you never know what'll happen. You never know. He might be sitting here with maybe one of these evenings. So folks, just let you know again who the guests will have coming up on the show is going to be. So we'll have next week is going to be Kiva Maher, or is it Quiva? It's Paul from Limerick, from Clover, will pronounce it Quiva, but to me it's Kiva. We'll have to find out where her name is actually pronounced. If Kiva's listening today, let me know. She normally does be tuning in for a bit. So Kiva from the newest member of Clover is going to be on. So we're going to be talking about Kiva's whole journey and her musical journey. She's a fantastic what's the word? A instrumentalist. She plays all sorts of instruments. Very, very good. So we'll be talking another hour and 50 minutes or so. So we'll be talking about Kiva's whole life, obviously about joining Clover as well, and we're going to be playing a track next week from Clover, the very, very first play of one of the tracks from their brand new album. Nobody's heard anything from this album yet, folks, so I'll be playing the very first song next week on the show. Then the following week we're going to have Mickey McNally is going to be on the show. Mickey's going to be in the studio here as well, because he's based in Belfast. We're going to get Mickey down and we're going to be sitting here and we'll get a few stories and maybe play a few songs as well. Then the week after that, we're going to have Gary Campbell on. Gary, of course, from Fianna, the lead man in Fianna over in Scotland, will be on. And then 2 weeks after him, I had to find with another guest there. I had to find exactly who it was, but with another one booked up. But there's loads of guests, folks, booked over the next few months, so it's something to look forward to on every other Sunday. Right, so what do we have here? This one here is probably going to be a bit of a test of the show today on Facebook, folks, whether it is going to cut off or not. So we've got somebody that asked earlier on for Admiral William Brown, cracking tune from the Wolfhounds. Meant to play it last week when Derek was on but didn't get a chance. So after this song is finished, folks, we're going to be giving away this here CD here. Brilliant CD. It's Derek Warfield and the Young Wolfhounds, the album Call of Erin. Fantastic album. So we're going to do this song here. This is the Wolfhounds with Admiral William Brown, folks. And if it cuts off midway through, you know why. It's because it's the Wolfhounds. And but we should be on YouTube still until 5 o'clock. So here we go.
From a county Mayo town came a man of great renown. As a sailor and a soldier was none bolder. He went to America at an early age, they say, as a cabin boy to sail the wide world over. Then adventure took him south to the De La Plata mouth. San Martin was on the route in Argentina. So 3 whaling ships he bought, and Brazil and Spain he fought, and freedom then he sought for Argentina.
Now Admiral William Brown, you're a man of courage shown, and in battles fought, the odds were all against you. But your Irish heart was strong, and in memory still lives on, and in Ireland there are some that don't forget you. On St. Patrick's Day it's told, you had many victories bold. You defeated all invaders, thugs and bullies. Then through the pampas roamed, and you found a happy home, Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina.
He had heard of Irish hands in a noble gallant band that helped to free the land called Argentina. He had heard with great acclaim the Patricio's name and fame when in 1806 the British came for slaughter. And to this very day in the Argentine they say the English ran away from Buenos Aires to the islands further down, and they took them for the crown, Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina.
We remember William Brown, and as a land of great renown, the invader robbed the islands from your country. When in 1833, where by pirates forced to flee, and in Ireland sure we know the story fully. And the people that went to the Argentine when you to escape the English laws and wars and famine. They have proved a loyal crew, just like all the Irish do. Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina.
The old colonial days and the cruel English ways, with her thunder plunder we will teach the natives. For the Brits are going to war, just like Whitelock did before, with her ships and guns and drums and flags and banners. In the Empire days of old, when they murdered for the gold and paraded it around the streets of London. Oh, no human rights were given to the natives dead or living. Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina.
In the Argentine he died, Father Fahim by his side. 57 was the year his country mourned him. A hero of the nation, he's remembered with elation throughout the world where freedom still abounds. And the Southern Cross take note, where both Willie Bulfin wrote, the Irish still support you, Argentina. With the empire tumbling down, let no paddies back the crown. Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina. With the empire tumbling down, let no paddies back the crown. Las Islas Malvinas, Argentina.
There you go, folks. There is the brilliant Wolf Tones, one of my all-time favourite Wolf Tones song out on there. That is Admiral William Brown. So we're still here after now for on Facebook. Happy days. I haven't cut us off yet. There's Aaron Fagan's on. Well, Aaron, what's the crack, son? Sonny, Jim, well, Cara, what's happening? Hope the families and yourself keeping well. Keep up the good work. Cheers, mate. Yep, everybody's doing well. I can't complain. So go for the big vaccine next Saturday. Get that stuck in the arm. Roll on. Get it done. Leo Fagan says, can you play the helicopter song? because there's one flying about North Belfast doing my head in. It needs shut down. So it does. Philip McCumb's looking the crappy boy. Right. Let's see. So everybody's on YouTube stream here is busy trying to get me to stay on the 6 o'clock. It's not happening, folks. I'm just letting you know what now. And I've had my beer limit. I'm going to be on the water here in a wee second because I'm actually downstairs to get some water because I have a long drive ahead of me tomorrow, heading to the Limerick Valley and Donegal tomorrow. So no more wee beers today, folks. Right, let's see what we're on. Right, Carla McCroy says, "Can we have a shout out for Terry as so Terry as a girl?" Right, so I thought Terry was a you learn. So Terry is a female. Come on, shout out for Terry as she's doing her nurse looking after wee Rob as he was in an accident last Tuesday, and he might end up worse off with Terry looking after him. What happened wee Rob anyway? Let us know. Hope he's doing well. So yeah, folks, definitely not staying on the 6. Definitely not. Why? Because that's why. Right, so as you've seen, we'll play there the Wolf Tones with Admiral William Brown. So we'll go do this here, right? We're going to give away this album now. So before I give one copy out of Peter O'Connell's album, 2 copies of Marty McGuinness's album, right? So this is the next prize today, folks. See, I'm in a good mood today, so this is the question, right? So obviously, Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones. If any of us watch his stream on a Friday night, the podcast, you'll know. So tell me this here: what is the name of just the first name will do, right? So what is the name of Derek Warfield's keyboard player in the band? So in his band, what do you call forklift? Oh God, I had to laugh for a time, but listen, that's happened to me before. And lucky enough, I was wearing my steel toe cap shoes. If I wasn't, I'd had a broken foot. What was he doing under the forklift? Here we go, folks. So what is the question? What is the name of Derek Warfield's keyboard player? Who plays the keyboard? In Derek Warfield's band. So we're looking at the stream here now on Facebook and YouTube. So nobody's got it right yet. So I haven't. Let's see. Definitely, it's not Brian. It's not Milo either. So Kieran Murphy just says, "Great show, Ro. Bit of useless info. Re Admiral William Brown, his grandson, Jose Luis Brown, scored in the World Cup final in 1986 for Argentina. He passed away in 2020. Bit of useless information. There you go, fantastic. There you go. Elton Cowan is the winner. Andreas is the keyboard player for Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones. So it's not Niall or Brian, so listen, or Melo. So well done, Elton. You got it second time lucky. So listen, Elton, just do me a favour, send me your address through on Facebook early on the wee PM, and I'll get this here cracking CD sent out to you. It's a brilliant album. So yeah, you just won yourself Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones with that brilliant album, The Call of Erin. And the answer, of course, was Andreas, who's the keyboard player for Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones. Right, what are we going to do next, folks? Got loads of request stuff today, aren't really rebelly, but listen, we'll get them on. So we'll go to this one here, Spotify. Somebody asked me to play it earlier on, so we'll go to this cracking song from the Furies this time. And a brilliant tune, which normally gets requests every other week, and I won't always play it, but I love this song. So we go, this is the Furies with The Old Man. It's a really lovely song, this one. So folks, yeah, hope you enjoy this. This is Rebel Sundays from the Rebel podcast with myself, Ro, here at 5 PM. Here we go, The Old Man with the Furies.
The tears have all been shed now. We've said our last goodbye. His soul's been blessed and he's laid to rest. It's now I feel alone. He was more than just a father, a teacher, my best friend. He can still be heard in the tunes we shared when we played them on our own. No, I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on. And I miss him, my old man. As a boy, he'd take me walking by mountain, field and stream. He'd show me things not known to kings,
and secret between him and me, like the colours of the pheasant as he rises in the dawn, and how to fish and make a wish beside a holy tree. No, I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on, and how I miss him, the old man. I thought he'd live forever. He seemed so big and strong, but the minutes fly, the years roll by, for a father and a son. And suddenly, when it happened, there was so much left unsaid. No second chance to tell him thanks for everything he's done. Though I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on, and how we miss him, the old man.
There we go, folks. I had a tune there for My Old Man and the Old Man. Great wee tune for all of basically the people who passed, all are departed. As Joseph McGow just said there, folks, yeah, lovely tune, so it is, yeah. That's from the Furies there for you. So this is Rebel Sundays, folks, and myself, Ro. We're here till 5 o'clock, not 6, we're here till 5 p.m, right? So, yeah, so well done to Elton on winning the CD there, of course. For the win the Derek Warfield album. Right, we'll just jump over here to YouTube and see what the crack is, what's going on. What's wrong with you, Martin? So did I. I think the YouTube winner should get a prize. I'm huffing now. Listen, there's so you want me to give a prize out for people watching on YouTube and people watching on Facebook? It's the same bloody stream. You're both watching the same programme, CSR. If it had been just on YouTube, well, you may have got it. But listen, Marty, come on. Now, I think you're still huffing, are you, over not winning nothing in the raffle last Friday night? Are you? Right, so what we'll do next, what do we have lined up? Right, so yeah, we'll go to this song here, folks, and it's from my album that's been released there, the Rebs for Hope one, and I think it's a song that maybe suits what's happening now. Obviously, if you haven't been living on the moon, you've seen what's been happening here on the streets in West Belfast and North Belfast with all the rioting and stuff over the last few nights. And I've seen various groups posting stuff about this. Well done to the sort of the youth who came out and defended their areas. Listen, from what I've seen from the wee kids that were all busy on the Springfield Road and New Lodge there last night, were not out defending our area. Definitely weren't. Them busy kids were there to cause mayhem, destruction. That's it. And they're most of them don't even come from our area. So see this here shit from these busy so-called Republican groups coming out and saying, "Yep, well done for coming out to defend our area against these loyalists." These kids are only here to, don't be wrong, the loyalists are definitely in the wrong here. They're busy trying to provoke people on the other side. But if they weren't there, busy they wouldn't be anything to provoke. What I seen there on the Springfield the other night, 2 nights in a row, was nothing but disgraceful. But basically, what my point is, was it Wednesday or Thursday? The PSNI brought out plastic balls. So they did, and there should never be plastic or rubber balls being shot ever again in this country. They should have been banned a long time ago. So there should have been water cannon. Yes, bring a water cannon and blast the wee shades home. I don't care. They shouldn't be down there. But listen, the use of plastic balls is absolutely disgusting. And this here song here just sort of typifies that there. It's a song that was written by Robin Dunwoody. And on my album, Martin Higgins sings it. It's a song called Plastic Bots. So it is. And so here we go. This is Plastic Bots. Of course, remembering Carl Ann Kelly and Julie Livingstone, who are remembered in this song, who were just two kids, so they were, who were basically shot by the British Army and RUC by plastic bots. And so to this day, not one of them has been sort of tried or brought to court over the killing these two kids. So that's why I'm saying it's a disgrace that basically the cops are using these plastic bullets in these riot situations here in Belfast. Of course, bringing the water cannons, I have no problem with that. Blow them off the road. They shouldn't be there, so they're just wee scumbag kids. So they aren't. I have to say, there's restraint shown the other night in the Springfield Road by the local representatives, community leaders, were basically blocking that gate off. And they were blasted by bricks and bottles with these kids, but they still held the lines. Fair play to us. So listen, this is Plastic Bullets. That's my political rant over for the day. So it is. This is Plastic Bullets from Martin Higgins, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
In 1973, the British Army introduced a non-lethal projectile into the north of Ireland. 17 people have now been murdered by this non-lethal projectile, 7 of whom are innocent children. Robin Dunwoody has wrote this song in memory of 2 of the young children who were murdered when returning from the shops with groceries for their family, friends and neighbours. No British soldier or organisation has ever been charged with the brutal murder of these 2 young children. Carl Ann Kelly, 12 years of age. Julie Livingstone, 14 years of age. On Belfast streets, I've heard it said, they're shooting little children dead, taking lives hardly begun, plastic bullets from their guns. We won't be kept down easy, we will not be still, we won't be kept down easy, after all, you're maimed and killed. Young Carol Ann, 12 years of age, shut down by Brits in a bloody rage. Julie Livingstone as well, fell victim to their plastic hell. We won't be kept down easy, we will not be still, we won't be kept down easy, after all, you're maimed and killed. They tried to drag us from our streets by taking lives too young and sweet. Do they not know they'll not be beat? Their violence is their own defeat. We won't be kept down easy, we will not be still, we won't be kept down easy, after all, you're maimed and killed. They try to make us toe their line by using every type of crime, but freedom won't be terrorized our freedom struggle criminalized. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you maimed and killed. In Belfast streets, I've heard it said, they're shooting little children dead. They're taking lives hardly begun with plastic bullets from their guns. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. After all, maimed and killed.
There we go. Sound of Marty Higgins with Plastic Bullets, folks. And yeah, just to highlight there about the PSNI using plastic bullets on our streets this week. Totally uncalled for. Well, whether it was busy on the Falls Road or the Shankill Road or the New Lodge or West Belfast, whatever, or Springfield Road, it shouldn't be happening in this day and age. They're busy a lethal projectile, no matter what the cops want to call them. They aren't. They're busy murdering machines. So they are. Rob Nevner says, yeah, Emma Grove shot the plastic bullets through the window of her house, and Nora McCabe murdered in the Falls Road as well, to name a few. Yeah, I've seen that their song there just highlighted the two kids, especially in Landon here, that they were killed with plastic bullets. And to see the PSNI using them this week in our streets is absolutely disgusting, and it just shouldn't be happening. James Devon McClave says, I wonder how much it will cost to keep Row on until 6 p.m. Everyone has a price to entertain us. Listen, mate, not tonight, honestly. I have to stay here this evening to 5. I have a lot of stuff to do, so I cannot be staying to 6 and 8, unfortunately. Elaine Nesbitt says, Martin, never mind huffing. Where's my dinner? Multitasking, fading away here. So for God's sake, to Marty, doesn't look back there. It definitely was the guy on Facebook who won it first. Maybe even close, but it was definitely him first. So listen, Marty, maybe you might be quick off the mark and for the next prize. We'll have an Irish Brigade t-shirt, and maybe extra large might fit you, so it might what, aye. So yeah, we'll get the Rebel Roots t-shirt. One more prize to give away, so you might still win something the day, so you might. Right, so Son of Erin 1916 asked for this one. He had said there's a great wee shout here, basically for Gary Lawler doing Farewell to Balladfest. Yeah, this is from the Druids album, Starry Play, cracking album, this one, so it is. Still play a lot of stuff from it, and it's great to see Gary this week is bringing his own band back out again. Gary and the Rebels, he's doing a lot of sort of stuff on his own, Rebel stuff. Obviously the Druids are definitely not doing any Rebel stuff anymore, so obviously it's a bit of a side project for Gary, so it'll be interesting to see when he gets out and who's going to be in the band. Looking forward to seeing it. So here we go, this is a bit of the Druids with Gary Lawler here with Farewell to Balladfest. Best year for Son of Erin 1916. He asked for this one on YouTube, folks, on Rebel Sundays. Here we go.
Farewell to Balladfest, likewise Tamadov, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. My thoughts return to you from mid-dark pitch black sand, Likewise Tamladov and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. My thoughts return to you from mid-dark hitch black cell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. Oh gallant South Derry, you're forever blessed in our struggle for freedom. You've given your best. There's yous and there's Bateson, Sheridan and there's Lee, inscribed with their names now. Brave Tom McElwee, farewell to Balladfest. Likewise Tamladov and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. My thoughts return to you from mid-dark hitch black cell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell.
There we go, the accent of the big sham, Gary Lawler of you folks with Farewell to Balladfest from the Druids album Starry Plough. A few people saying here that Facebook's been cut off. Mark Z says no, it was freezing there a second. So if you're listening on Facebook, just give me a wee thumbs up and say yep, stream's still on, will you? Because I can see here and it's still saying it's live. Hugh says it's back. It just stopped and restarted. It seems a lot better now. Yeah, it's my apologies. It's just the internet. I think it's just the internet in this house. I'm going to end up ripping it out of the wall these days. But no, still here. Happy day. That's grand. Just a few people posted there on YouTube and said Facebook have been cut off. Right, that's good job. Right, so what am I going to do next? This might knock it off, I don't know. So somebody there had been asking for a bit of the flying column in Kathleen Largy. Well, here we go, we're going to do this one. Is the Legion of the Rear Guard. There's Mickey Bolton. What's the crack, Mickey? I haven't seen you on here. Were you commenting there, were you? Sinead Donnelly says still on, but the caption's on too. What do you mean the subtitles come up, trying to get my West Belfast accent up. So here we go. This is the Legion of the Rear Guard, folks, from Kathleen Largy and the flying column here on Rebel Sundays. Here we go. There's Ciara Griffin. How you doing, Ciara? I didn't see you on there this afternoon as well. Good job. That's a name there. I'm not even going to say it there from that on that name. Or just see on YouTube. Celine says probably need a booster. Celine, I have a bloody booster. It's just the post office internet. This is not great. Roy being the Scottish weather. It's just Celine. This here internet provider post office. It's absolutely woeful. So it is. This is the one my man dad's in the house here. So listen, beggars can't be choosers. So they can't. So what can you do? Just hopefully it doesn't cut out again. But anyway, we'll thunder on. It was me that requested that last song. Let's see, Derek Glennie says, Rogue, do please play Kinky Boots from my wife Val, thanks. There's a wee tune I haven't played on the show in a while. So listen, I might play it there. That may actually be the song that gets us cut off Facebook if this one doesn't. So here we go. This is a bit of Kathleen Largy with the Legion of the Rear Guard on Rebel Sundays.
Legion of the Rear Guard, answering to Ireland's call. Hark, the martial tramp is heard from Cork to Donegal. Tone and Emmet guide us, though your task be hard. Jimmy Steele will lead us, soldiers of the Legion of the Rear Guard. Of the Republic we raise our battle cry. Pierce and McDermott will pray for them brave. Proud are the soldiers of the rear guard, Legion of the rear guard, answering to Ireland's call. Hark, the martial tramp is heard from Cork to Donegal. Tone and Emmet guide you, though your task be hard. Jimmy Steele will lead us, soldiers of the Legion of the rear guard.
There we go. There's Kathleen Loggy in the flying column, the Legion of the Rear Guard. Sure, wasn't sure. Craig here says new graphics look well. Good man, Craig. Yeah, just it changed up a wee bit there last night, just to sort of change it, you know. So thanks very much, mate. Or Hugh Neal says, Gourmet Milgot, I love this song. Christopher Slevin, I remember the flying column playing Free Derry in the early 70s. Showing your age there now, Christopher, so you are. Carl Ann McCrory says, now, Derek, this is a family podcast, so it is. Obviously, because Derek was looking kinky boots, so he was. I don't know where you got the thing that this here's a family podcast for. Carl, definitely not. Right, let's see. So on, let's see. We're just looking on Facebook. Yep, James Devon McLeod, cheap and cheerful. And listen, there's nothing cheap and cheerful about the bloody post office. The bloody robbing bastards rob me every week, so do. But he can down the stuff I have getting sent all over the place. They just say, there it is. That's £180, please, Mr. Carson. You're like, Jesus Christ. I'm not saying I'm not saying their name. Who asked me on YouTube play the two Britons? What the hell kind of is a name? There's Shireen Duffy. How you doing, Shireen? Stevie Hobart, keep her lit. There's Maggie K. Hello. Right, so hopefully this one isn't the one that gets us cut off Facebook. But normally, anytime we play an Irish Brigade song, anytime we mention the Irish Brigade, it normally gets us cut off. So fingers crossed, folks. Well, if it does, at least we'll have. Just be prepared to move over to YouTube. So here we go. This especially for Derek, who asked this one. One of my all-time favourite Irish Brigade songs. Just love this one. And depending on what time of year, what has happened in the current political climate, Jerry normally changes the words of this one. It's fantastic. So haven't heard the updated version in a while, obviously, because the band hasn't been out. Here we go. Martin Heaney, nice name. So here we go. This is the Irish Brigade with Kinky Boots, as Jerry Glagan says.
So here we go again this time, folks, with that. We song I know you can all sing along and maybe even dance along to. This is a song actually got into the charts for us. I do believe a reliable source told me it got to number 3 in Cambodia.
That's Cambodia, by the way.
All right, somewhere around there, but I couldn't read it. The man said that's what it said on the internet, so fair play to them. It's a wee song called Kinky Boots. I drove my Saracen through your garden last night. I kicked your front door down around at midnight. Something's telling me, boy, you're avoiding me. And when I find you, you will go for your tea. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new black jacket and a lovely darky suit. And when we go on night patrol, we'll hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army, and we're here to take your land. My good friend Neville, he's in the RUC.
I see.
But now they've handed him his redundancy.
I see.
Folks along the border won't be seeing him anymore. That provost sniper will be missing him for sure. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new black jacket and a lovely darky suit. And when we go on night patrol, we hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army, and we're here to take your land. My good friend Andy, he's in the UDR, searching for weapons. He will go near and far. Up around by Kappa, you'd never find him there. The only gun he'd get there is an Armalite in his ear. Oh, I've got suit. And when we go on night patrol, hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army, and we're here to take your land. My good friend Nigel, he's in the SAS.
Oh yes, oh yes.
He said a change is just as good as a rest. Now they've gone and posted him way down to Crossmaglen. He wishes to blazes he was back in jail again. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new flat jacket and a lovely khaki suit. And when we go on night patrol, we hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army, and we're here to take your land. Weavers for Sammy Wilson, Sammy the Streaker from the DUP. My good friend Sammy, he's in the DUP, an outstanding member, as all the world can see. I said, go up to Donegal if you want to have some fun. He said, I'll take a run there if I have nothing on. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new flat jacket and a lovely khaki suit. And when we go on night patrol, we hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army, and we're here to take your land. Another wee verse for poor old Johnny Mad Dog there, and the Sea Cat Company. My good friend Johnny, he's left the UDA. He said he preferred the LVF any day. Calling all his friends now, getting ready for a fight. He's made an appointment to meet Billy Wright. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new black jacket and a lovely khaki suit. And when we go on night patrol, we hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army, and we're here to take your land. First verse again, let's see you singing that. Here we go. I drove my Saracen through your garden last night. I kicked your front door down around at midnight. Something's telling me, boy, you're avoiding me. And when I find you, you will go for your tea. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new black jacket and a lovely khaki suit. And when we go on night patrol, hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army, and we're here to take your land. We are the British Army, and we're here to take your land. Oh, yes, we are.
Go on, the Jerry. What a tune! What a tune! Oh, I just love that one. You can tell I like that wee song, folks. And we're still on. Joseph McGuy says, you're a natural dancer, Ro. Just that there song there. So it is, Joseph. Just get, see, you can't help but have we danced that song. So that's just Jerry Glackin for you. It's old drama teacher days. It definitely comes out in some of them songs. Stevie, you know about that there, wouldn't you? Oh, Jesus Christ, up the papers. Listen, this guy here, he's Beaver Snatcher. He's definitely going to be wishing he hadn't signed in the YouTube today. He's getting some grief here, so he is in the comments section. Just if you're watching YouTube, folks, that's what we're laughing at here. Just in the comments section, YouTube, some guy called Beaver Snatcher. So this, and he's getting dog's abuse on the bit of crack. But yeah, anyway. Right, so what are we going to do next here, folks? Welcome along. We've been here for what, almost 3 hours. So we're here to 5, and definitely not staying to 6. Unfortunately, Ray Callahan says, "Snipers, promise, please." Yep, I got that on 1-4 finish in the last hour. Terry Craney, Rogue, can you please play the 2 Brendans for Val, Derek, Joe, and Carl Ann, and Rob the invalid, who has a sore toe. Listen, I've had a forklift over my toe, mate, and it isn't nice. So it isn't, definitely not. Still breathing, Terry. Right, what are we going to do now? Right, let's see, because this seems to jump back out of here on Facebook, because it seemed like the comment sections went very quiet, or everybody here. It's see other likes, and there's about 20 comments there. They're all just, but I didn't see them. Peter O'Connell says, Monroe, we gotta get this Facebook feed kicked off. 18 Brits. It's too early. Thought we'll get it on later on. Maura Burns, Tune. James Dan McCleaver, Kinky. There's Conor McLaughlin, the Grim Reaper on himself. Keep her lit. Again, I'm still waiting on the phone call from you, Conor. He seems to have been added another 20 bands to his schedule this week. I mean, you need somebody to come on and warm up for these bands, before they play, So there's still a contract there waiting, mate. I'm ready to sign it, so Right, what are we going to do next? So we're going to do an early tune off the album, folks. The Ribs for Hope album. Cracking tune, this one. This is Gary Oak with Irish Citizen Army, of course, all about the great man James Connolly. James Dab McClave, what money till 6 o'clock? Name your price, see if we can listen, mate. Honestly, not tonight. I normally would, but listen, not night. I've too much stuff to do. I need to get home. I've actually had to clean the child's face tank out, where I'll be getting divorced. Should have been done this morning, but I had other things to do. So if that their face tank isn't for the child, the wanted the face tank and hasn't helped in both. And I'll be honest, she has helped him clean it, but it's normally me muggins, the ones stinking, cleaning everything up. So yes, that's my plans for this evening. So I won't be on the 6 anyway. John Boy McElhaney, anything by the Wakes row, right? Listen, definitely go get the Wakes on, not a problem for you. Right, so what do we have? This is Gary Oak with Irish Citizen Army, and this is one of the cracking tracks of my album, folks. Rebs for Hope. Hope you've all bought one. If you haven't, there's still plenty of copies left, so go on to me. I'll get you the wee address, where to go and purchase from. Here we go. Rebel Sundays, getting down the last hour here for you folks today with Gary Oak, the main man.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Marching down Sackville Street with the starry plum on high, here comes the Citizens' Army with its fist raised to the sky. Leading them is a mighty man with a mad rage in his eye. My name it is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die. To fight for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class, economy, liberty. The chant goes of all citizens, the system is a curse. An English boss a monster and an Irish one even worse. They'll never lock us out again, and here's the reason why. My name it is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die. To fight for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class, economy, liberty. Over in the GP, over the bullets whizzing by, Pierce and Sean McDermott bidding each other goodbye. Up steps our citizens' leader with his fist raised to the sky. My name it is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die, but to fight for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class, economy, liberty. We fought them to a standstill as flames lit up the night. Then a bullet pierced our leader, then we gave up the fight. They shot him in Kilmainham jail, they'll never stop his cry. My name it is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die, but to fight for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class, economy, liberty.
sono svegliato, oh bella ciao, 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 ciao. Una mattina mi sono svegliato e ho trovato l'invasore, un partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, 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 ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. E se io muoio da partigiano, oh bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. Lassù in montagna, oh bella ciao, ciao. Seppellire lassù in montagna, sotto l'ombra d'un bel fior. E le genti che passeranno, oh bella ciao. Che passeranno, mi daranno che bel fior. Tutte le genti che passeranno, mi daranno che bel fior. Questo è il fiore del partigiano. Oh bella ciao, ciao. Questo è il fiore del partigiano, morto per la libertà.
Cracking me tune, that one. Let's see who asked for that one. So somebody had asked me for a bit of the Wicks, but obviously wasn't that one they were looking. But that's probably my favourite Wicks song. So it is. So right, let's see. Carl McCrory says, "Can you play My Old Man's a Pro for the Dubs and the Ouija's? See you soon, big. What's the Ouija's?" Derek Lennier says, "Yeah, Wicks, great song, but building a wall is better." Row. Right. See the chat here. See the chat here on YouTube. See this here beaver snatcher crack. We're going to draw a line under it now, okay, folks? No more chat about catching beavers or how do you catch beavers or what does a beaver snatcher do. We'll just leave it, okay? So or beaver snatcher, I'm turning you off. All right, that's the way it's going to be. So Stevie Holbrook, it's your fault. I blame you. So this internet's going mad today. It just keeps cutting in and out. Oh, there we go. We've lost it. We've lost the chat. We've lost it on Facebook. So we'll have. So there we go. I think Balladfest was enough for Facebook today. So Ouija's or Glaswegians. So they are. Right, so what I'll do is I'll post the link up to Facebook. Let everybody know we're still on YouTube. So that's Facebook off for the day. So it is. Celine says, "Rory, you're too hard." Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, so who was it asked for My Old Man's a Provo? Right, so well actually, since we're off YouTube now, we're off Facebook, we might as well get this on. Where is he? So yeah, let's see what a 2.2 rifle will catch a beaver. Ro, you're no fun. Beavers, apologies, no more talk. Just rock shore and listen. Right, there you go. Right, see, this is done to me this day. My head's pickled, so it is. Folks, yes. St. Patrick's Battalion, please row. We'll see what we can do. Or son of our 1916. Right, so here we go. This is for Carlan. Was it Carlan? Just double check. I think it's actually from the same album. So it was from the what was the my head, the same album as the Kinky Boots one. So yeah, this is the Irish Brigade for you, for my old man to Provo, for all those dubs and Ouija's out there, as you say. Never heard of Glaswegians called Ouija's. That's definitely a first for me. So it is. Here we go.
More recent song this time. This is one I sort of changed the words to somewhere along the line. A song called My Old Man. My old man's a Provo. Well, my old man's a Provo with a very handy gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and DM boots, far cooler than those other dads in ties and shirts and suits. Well, the Brits and police harass me each time when I go out. They ask me if I've seen my dad and if he's been about. I say, mind your own business, just leave me alone. You sure are only jealous, you've no fathers of your own. Well, my old man's a Provo, that very handed gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and DM boots, far cooler than those other dads in ties and shirts and suits. On RTV the other night, a cop came on to say, give us information about the IRA. He showed a Provo unit on security TV. I know one was me daddy, but he stopped and waved at me. Well, my old man Provo with a very handed gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and DM boots, far cooler than those other dads in ties and shirts and suits. At Christmas time it's lonely when daddy's not at home. The Brits are watching everywhere, they've even tapped our phone. Last Christmas Eve they staked out all our windows and our doors, when climbing down the chimney came a Provo Santa Claus. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to join provisional IRA. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to join provisional IRA. Well, my old man's a Provo with a berry and a gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and DM boots, are cooler than in ties and shirts and suits. My dad has got me worried, I think he's going soft. There's half a ton of fertilizer stowed up in our loft. Are you gonna be a farmer, Dad? I asked him just for fun. He said, don't be a need you, pass a coffee grinder, son. Well, my old man's a Provo with a very handed gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and DM boots, far cooler than those other dads in ties and shirts and suits. My daddy's up in long cash now, and it's just not right. I'll say a special prayer for him when I go to bed tonight. The day it was his birthday, I sent him in a cake. There was Semtex in the candles, he'll be out before I wake. Well, my old man, the Provo, the very handed gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy, with shades of the end boots, far cooler than those other dads. Well, now the guns are silent and the fighting all will cease, and just like all those other dads, my dad will be released. But the Brits, they want to guarantee that he will keep the peace, so they're making him a sergeant in the IRA police. Well, my old man's a Provo with a very handed gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and DM boots, far cooler than those other dads in ties and shirts and suits, far cooler than those other dads in ties and shirts and suits.
There we go. There for Carlan, that one there for you, a bit of the Irish Brigade, Mayo Bands of Provo. Joseph McGuy says, your Facebook is now just showing your homes. Well, I know it's off. Craigie says, play any song by the Wakes. Craigie, you just missed it. Just played Balladfest or something about 5 minutes ago. That's actually a song that got us cut off by Facebook. I see Rob Niven says, you should do a gig in Hamburg at the Celtics and Polly party in Nuts. Is that in Nuts? Ask Kieran Davenport about it. Your liver will never forgive you. It's a mental few. I mean, I'm sure it is. It's one place I'd actually love to go to. Over there, some Polly match. Craigie, what do you reckon? I think that could be arranged. Whenever everything's got and going again. That'd be some weekend, so it would. John Boy McElhenney says, yeah, you go. An anti-fascist song gets you kicked off Facebook. What a surprise. Yes, right, so we're into the last hour now, so what we're going to do is after this next tune, we'll give away the Rebel Roots t-shirts. We will. So Marty, you never know, you might get a chance to win that one. So folks, as it is tradition now, once we get ourselves cut off Facebook, we'll have to play this one. Of course, not the best quality of this song, but it's the only one it's about. It's the only one that's on available, so we'll have to play it. So we'll go. This is our usual post-Facebook song on YouTube, folks, from Rebel Sundays. Here we go, folks.
Don't make me roll off for the lockdown on this page. You're my lips. Well, 18 Brits on the white road, will-ya, 18 Brits on the white road, down by the narrow water. For on that road there was a bomb, will-ya, 18 Brits didn't last for long, down by the narrow water. There were 9 mortars, came in the canteen, there were 9 policemen, nowhere to be seen. And the sergeant said, fuck it, they kicked the bucket. The day the mortars came into the canteen. Well, Lord Mountbatten had a boat, will-ya, Lord Mountbatten had a boat down by the Sligo waters. For on that boat there was a bomb, will-ya, Lord Mountbatten didn't last for long down by the Sligo waters. There were 9 mortars came in the canteen. There were 9 policemen, nowhere to be seen. The sergeant said, fuck it, they kicked the bucket. The day the mortars came into the canteen. Well, 18 Brits were blue to bits, will-ya, 18 Brits were blue to bits, down by the narrow water. For on that road there was a bomb, will-ya, 18 Brits didn't last for long, down by the narrow water. There were 9 mortars came in the canteen. Were 9 policemen, nowhere to be seen. The sergeant said, fuck it, they kicked came in the canteen. The day 9 mortars came in the canteen.
On you go there, Damien there, 18 Brits. So that's our tradition now, folks. Once we're cut off YouTube, or once we get cut off of Facebook, 18 Brits gets another blast, because we know what, we'll definitely get us banned from Facebook, so it would. There goes Sammy Marshall, what's the crack? Sammy, good afternoon, brilliant. What the hell's this here? Username. The full Ronnie says, I hear Philip is, see, did you delete your comment? Would you, maybe YouTube deleted your comment there, did they? I forgot to read it. Let's see. Right, let's see, let's jump down here, see all these bloody comments. See, there's a few caught up there while they were off. What happened to all the bloody comments section on YouTube? There's literally, you can see here, there's about, see, Joe McGuy says, the other day when that Prince boy died, I put a post up on Facebook. Prince Philip, brown bread. Facebook actually gave me a warning. Censorship going. I mean, it's madness. It's absolute madness. Don't forget Judge Gibson on the Dublin. Yeah, well, see that there, the Judge Gibson one. There's actually in the original song, and there's one about 2 cops as well, I think. But I think that one there, Damien, it's not, when he played it, he must have on the beer or something, because very rarely he'll sing that song, so he does, like. So he actually missed a few verses, or a few courses out, or maybe a few of the ones he didn't want to call out, so he didn't. There's Alejandro Sanz, greeting from Spain. That's a lovely name there, Alejandro. Thank you very much for tuning in to Rebel Sundays here. Right, what are we going to do next? Yeah, so we're going to do this one. We'll go play a Rebel Roots song for you first, right? And then somebody asked me to play the Sniper's Promise, so I'll play this here one from our Krista. So we'll and then we'll get the Rebel Roots t-shirt up for grabs. And nobody can complain because there only is one chat section now, so nobody can say, you shouldn't have given it away on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Right, so here we go. It's Krista Coyle with Sniper's Promise for whoever asked for it. I'm not sure who it was, but anyway.
Night was icy cold, I stood alone, waiting for an army for patrol. Then at last they came into my sight, and he squeezed the trigger of my arm light. Oh mama, comfort me, 'cause I know these awful things have got to be. But when the war of freedom has begun, and I promise you I'll put away my gun. A shot rang out and I heard a soldier cry, oh please don't leave me here alone to die. I realized his patrol had gone away and left their wounded comrade for me to slay. Oh mama, comfort me, and I know these awful things have gotta be. But when the war of freedom has begun, and I promise you I'll put away my gun. Well, there's nothing in this world I would not give if mercy's in your heart, you'd let me live. And in his eyes I saw a begging flame as the muzzle of my gun moved towards his brain. Oh mama, comfort me, for I know these awful things have gotta be. But when the war of freedom has been won, and I promise you I'll put away my gun. The dawn was breaking as I reached my base, and I'll not forget the look on that poor boy's face. Fear, agony, and torment were all there, but to your memory, mother, his life I spared. Oh mama, comfort me, for I know these awful things have gotta be. But when the war of freedom has been won, and I promise you I'll put away my gun, and I'll promise you I'll put away my gun.
There we go. The brilliant Krista Coyle from Derry. Oh, obviously now over in Glasgow. That's from her album From the Streets of Free Derry. That one. It's The Sniper's Promise. Loads of people saying, yeah, Kathleen Largy loves singing this here. Actually, I've never heard the Paddy Mangan singing this one. We'll have to get a wee juke that there. Let's see. Hugh O'Neill says, right now, nobody answer the question, so Marty's old fingers can type the answer. It may take him some time. Right, here we go. Right, so we're going. This is the now, folks. We're gonna. Where are you, Stephen? Right, so we'll have it. Our last praise giveaway today, folks. As you can see, right here we go. It's a lovely Rebel Roots T-shirt. Okay, cracking, and the size is extra large. So I'm sure somebody will get this in a fit. So here's the question, right? And basically, fingers on your buzzers or whatever, fingers on your keyboards. So whoever has the answer on the screen first, so there's no Facebook now, it's only YouTube only, so whoever has the answer to this question up first is the winner of the t-shirt. I'll get it posted off to you this week. So here we go. Right, so Rebel Roots, they released an album there last year, okay? What do you call the album from Rebel Roots? What is it called? They released an album last year, so it's Jarek Lecken and Sticks Doherty, both from the Irish Kid. They released their own album as Rebel Roots. What is the album called? So we'll get the wee countdown timer. So no answers yet. No, still waiting here on the stream to find out who it's going to be. So who we reckon? Is anybody googling the answer? They're going to look on Rebel Roots' Facebook page to try and see what the album is called. So nobody has the answer yet. So this is the question. What do you call the album that Rebel Roots released last year? What's it called? I say no answers yet. Nothing's come through yet. So I'll give you another minute or so, folks. So we're here till 5. So still plenty of time to get your answers in. No, it's not Songs of Ireland, Hugh. So it isn't. No. Right. So what we'll do is we're going to play a song from the album. It's not Independence either. We're going to play a song from the album, right? And I'll be watching the screen, right? To see who gets the name of the album up first. So we go. This is Rebel Roots with Avita's End Across McGlen. Definitely not. That's ours too. Independence. No, it's not. It's not Independence. That there basically T-shirt says Independence on it, but it's basically the bond between extra large doesn't feel. That's why I'm giving it away, because it doesn't fit me. That's the one that Jarek Lacken sent me up. Not Saoirse either. Right, so we'll play this here song of Vita's End Across McGlen, and I'll be watching the Banks of Marble. Nope, not Banks of Marble. Not In the Hill of Lisbon. Not we're on this together. So I'll keep looking through the answers. Here we go. We're in this together. Here we go. So this is Rebel Roots with Avita's End Across McGlen.
So at Feeder's End to cross McGlen, farewell to Carrickmore. I've seen enough of Ireland, boys, and I won't be back for more. And I won't be back for more. The recruiting sergeant, he told me, son, army life is fine, but he did not mention mortar bombs or bloody claymore mines. So I Feeder's End to cross McGlen.
And we have a winner. The winner is PI, and of course the answer is the lockdown session. So PI, is that PI or PL? Well done, you're the winner, and the answer is the lockdown sessions. So you go. So it's that Rebel Souls. It's definitely that. Alejandro, you got the right answer, but there you go. PI. So PI, well done. So PI, if you can just send me a wee toenails. PI, send me a wee a PM on Facebook if you're on Paul Emery in Nottingham. There you go. Paul, so actually you bought one of the albums, didn't you? So I may actually still have your address. So listen, anyway, do me a favour, Paul. If you just go on to the Rebel Podcast Facebook page and send me a wee DM, will you? There's Marty now. He's not reading this time because he didn't know the bloody answer. So he don't. Well, go. Mark C didn't say it before him. I was looking up there, so I could not see. That he was the first one to say. So he was Mark C 79. I'm just double checking here now. Let's see. Mark C 79. I cannot see your thing anywhere. Let's see. I'm just looking. Maybe the Stuart's inquiry here, so maybe. Let's see. Before we'll play the rest of that song. Let's see. Mark C 79. Mark C. Full Ronnie Rob Niven. Right, listen, there is a Stuart's inquiry. Mark C said he is the winner. I'm very, very sorry. I looked at it. He basically said, I was just looking through them and it just appeared, so I am sorry. Listen, PI, my apologies, but Mark C is the winner, so he is. So Mark C steals it, okay? So Peter, Mark, well done. And PA, my apologies, mate, for getting your hopes built up, but Colin VAR. See, you can't keep comments on these bloody things, so I'm very sorry, okay? At least saying fair play. So Mark C was the winner. See, recount. So listen, we'll start this here song off again. So alright, because I don't want everybody to say I didn't hear a whole bloody song. So listen, Mark C, fair play to you. If you can just send me a wee PM or an email or something with your Mark. Actually, are you the one that would send me the email originally with your CD didn't arrive? Was it? PI, better luck next time you go. So listen, Mark C was definitely the winner of that one. So there's a Rebel Roots t-shirt on his way to him. So here you go. This is Rebel Roots with a Read End across McGlen. I'm glad we have that out of the way. Oh. Hey Mark, just send me a wee email will you, with your name and address, please.
Peter's End to cross McGlen, farewell to Carrickmore. I've seen enough of Ireland boys, and I won't be back for more. And I won't be back for more. The recruiting sergeant, he told me, son, army life is fine, but he did not mention mortar bombs or bloody claymore mines. So at Peter's End to cross McGlen, farewell to Carrickmore. I have seen enough of Ireland boys, and I won't be back for more. And I won't be back for more. Well, he told me of the German girls on the Reaper van at night, but the only crack in South Armagh comes from an Armalite. So at Peter's End to cross McGlen, farewell to Carrickmore. I have seen enough of Ireland boys, and I won't be back for more. And I won't be back for more. So I spent some time on the Tombridge line, where I thought I knew no fear, till a van bomb parked outside our base, brought the barracks in round our rears. So at Peter's End to cross McGlen, farewell to Carrickmore. I have seen enough of Ireland boys, and I won't be back for more. And I won't be back for more. So farewell at last to West Belfast, the market and the falls. We quickly got the message there, it was written on the walls. Brits out, so at Peter's End to cross McGlen, farewell to Carrickmore. I have seen enough of Ireland boys, and I won't be back for more. And I won't be back for more. So all you young lads, though in England you'll be signing on the brew, well, stay well away from the IRA, and they won't bother you. So at Peter's End to cross McGlen, farewell to Carrickmore. I have seen enough of Ireland boys,
and I won't be back for more. So I'd Feeder's End.
There we go. So the rebel roots are for you. As Jordan sticks there with Avrida's End across McLean. And as Marty just said, Avrida's End to me winning anything. Oh well. My who all the worthy winners. PI just said Paul Emery, all good fun show as always, Rose. I'm honestly sorry. What did Sullivan say? Ro, you make right balls of this, so you are. Listen, I don't know how I did not see Mark's comment first, because I was looking, going, and it just then literally about 7, 8 all read at once and I was trying to look at them. Let's see who says, Marty, I give you a quote tonight, just you, but maybe against the clock, but let's see. Derek Delaney says 90 miles from Dublin from Prodigy for my wingman in Glasgow, thanks. Doesn't it play the Jake's version of it earlier on there, so sorry mate. I'll have to actually look into that. There a Prodigy version, I've never heard him sing it. Great show as always, Ro, fair play, no problem Mark, thank you very much. So we've got folks another half hour to go, don't worry, we're still here for another half an hour, so folks, if you are enjoying the show today, you know what to do. Fire we tip or donation into there, the wee QR code at the front. Just scan it with your phone, or there's a wee link there pinned on the page. Just paypal.me/DJ Rose Show if you can. Ciara Griffin says, Ro, can you please play the Irish Brigade, the Reverend Doctor, please? Listen, I've already played 3 Irish Irish Brigade songs today, Ciara, so I'll maybe get that one next week for you. Right, so I know you like a bit of Cruncher, Ciara, so we'll do this one for you. Somebody else had asked me to play a bit of The Legend, so this is from Cruncher's album. Actually, what was this one called? Yeah, an album, Irish Ballads. From Cruncher, Terry Cruncher O'Neill, something said so strong. A definitive collection of Irish ballads, one of the best Rebel albums out there. You can get a hold of it there on Spotify. This is from like 2014, but still a great album. So here we go. This is Terry O'Neill, The Legend. Well, he is a legend, but this is the song The Legend on Rebel Sundays. Myself, Ro, folks, till 5 o'clock today.
To see legend.
Oh, we'll just start that again, because it just literally started very quickly there. And maybe just didn't have the volume up on the desk, you see. As Son of Earth says, yep, I'm making the balls this today, aren't I? Right, we'll try this again. This is The Legend. Terry O'Neill with The Legend.
I went to see legend just the other night at the Yankee Stadium underneath the light. I heard a man speaking of their years and years in jail. His name it was Mandela, and he came to tell his tale. The crowd they cheered him loudly, but then the silence fell as he spoke about the hard years in a South African cell. Although he was free, his heart was feeling the pain, for his country and his people were still a part of that chain. He said he hoped that we would join him and walk down freedom's path, and these roads would be the hardest, oh, but they would be the last. And to join our hearts together so that we might be as one, and to bring ourselves to the cause so this battle could be won. I went home to bed that evening, went to sleep and I had a dream. I was standing in the pouring rain in an Irish field of green, and all around the headstones were the martyrs of the past. I stood there in silence, and they spoke to me at last. Kevin Barry is my name, and I died in the cell. They wanted the names of my comrades, oh, but this I would not tell. And And I am Roger Casement. I was shot in London town for bringing German rifles to the lonely bar strand. James Cundy is my name. The working people are my life. When they shot me down in Cumbel and jail strife, and I am Patrick Pierce. I was shut down by the foe. I read the proclamation at the steps of the GPO. And the last voice that I heard says my name is Bobby Sands. And it's good to hear Mandela's words are ringing through the land. I want to hear them in Belfast, Derry and Tyrone. Maybe then those English soldiers will know it's time to go home. I woke up in the morning, I remember them all. And who would believe that they'd knocked down the Berlin Wall? And now said Mandela, could this really be? Maybe now we will see Ireland reunited and free. Maybe now we will see Ireland reunited and free.
There we go. There's the legend there. The legend himself singing the legend, Ty O'Neill, Cruncher O'Neill. Katrina McIver just said lockdown sessions. You're about a half an hour. That there. So listen, folks. The show today is finishing at 5 o'clock. I cannot stay on the 6. There's just too much shit to do. Listen, Nick. The wee girl's back to school tomorrow, so she has her stuff to do for her. I have to get my own stuff done for work tomorrow and whatever, and like whatever. It's just like, see all these here. Come on, go. Honestly, 5 o'clock is my limit. I can't, because I'll be getting divorced. I'm seriously, if I land back up at that house after 6 o'clock, I'll be getting hit with a frying pan or something. So well, but folks. So unfortunately, 5 o'clock today is the limit. I'm very, very sorry, but that's just the way it has to be. I know it had to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm very, very sorry. Karen said okay. Somebody had actually asked me about the hoodies. Can I get them in green? Yes. So I'm going to be putting it 5:15. I'm 20 minutes behind. Just realised. There you go. Right. So what was I saying? Yes. Somebody asked me about looking at the hoodies in green. Yes. So I'm going to be taking one for the team row. Putting it up on the merchandise page this week. Yeah, so I was onto the printer, so we can do the t-shirts and or the hoodies in like a marble green. So yeah, or like a bottle green. So I'll be putting a wee picture up this week so you can see it. But yes, so the t-shirts and hoodies will be available in green as well on all the same sizes. Just may take a wee bit of time to order them in, but they will be available. So just keep an eye out on the merchandise page this week, and I'll put a wee post up as well, let people know that it's been updated. So somebody here as well says they're going to play the Flag and the Fana. Yep, that's going to be one wee song I haven't done the well, so I'll do that there. So what do I have here lined up? Do you actually have another song lined up? But yes, a few people asked me here right through the chat section today, play Paddy Kelly, play Paddy Kelly, play Paddy Kelly. So I haven't done it in the show in a good maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, that's a good wee chance to play it today. So this is brilliant Emer McLaughlin with Katie Kelly, of course, the granddaughter of the legendary Paddy Kelly of the East Tyrone Brigade, East Tyrone Brigade, folks. So yeah, this is the Paddy Kelly, the Pride of Dungannon, for everyone that's busy asked for it today. Loads of people have asked for it, so I've just got those marbles spotted, as Marty said. That's why I'm trying to get as much bloody water in my gob as possible. So yeah, here we go, folks. Rebel Sundays down to the last 20 minutes. Yes, Liam Lappin. Yep, I have that there a minute. I'll get that on, don't worry. So here we go. Yes, Paddy Kelly, the Pride of Dungannon. Here we go for this.
our soldiers and the battles they fought to tear down the rules of the crime. How my eyes fill with tears as it's brought to my ears of those men who will ne'er be forgotten.
In Carrickfergus, Paddy Kelly was born at a time of injustice and pain, when his own native home had struggled and fought in the grips of those cold English chains. As he grew to a man, he saw at first hand the plight of his country around him. When those brave Irish soldiers had laid down their lives in the depths of those cold H-block cells, from the teachings and words of the brave Bobby Sands, for his country he took up the fight. When our brave Bobby Sands had given his life to gain Ireland's justice and right, back to his family in his hometown Dungannon, he moved there to start a new life and to take up the reins of his family's long history of rebels against England's might. He rose through the ranks of our bold IRA, his humble beginnings well known, to the officer commanding that mighty brigade of those men from that great East Tyrone. Informers had tried and immeasurably failed to lay down our volunteer low, but with discipline, cool and calm dedication, our hero would strike one more blow. He trained up our bold volunteers to a man, as his ancestors did long before him. The blood in his veins, it ran just the same, with the longing for old Ireland's freedom. Then in Lockall one day, when our bold IRA went bravely to fight for the freedom, an ambush was led, with their lives they have paid, our men fell in action forever. So they led him to rest in old Eden Dark, with the green Tom and Shamrock above him, wherein Kate and his children said one last farewell to a man they had loved so dearly. From a family revered by the brave Thomas Clark in the days of that great Easter rising, came a true Irish son who from war never run, Paddy Kelly, the pride of Dungannon. Paddy Kelly, the pride of Dungannon. La la la, la la la, Paddy Kelly, the pride of Dungannon.
Folks, never have I honestly the whole time I'm doing this show, I've seen a song to get such a reaction of that song. No matter when I play it, it's just people just gobsmacked. It's just such a real it's a real heartwarming tearjerker of a song. Like, I think as well with wee Katie, like being being in there as well as singing the song for our granddad. It really brings it to home. It's a fantastic song, all about a great man, Paddy Kelly. Like, I mean, just the stuff that he done and what he's involved in. Fair play to him. Like, it's just I say there's if there's one song that, like, anything you play it just gets such a response. It's definitely that one there. So let's see it. That's Emer McLaughlin from our album, A Thorn in England's Side. Paddy Kelly, The Prayer of Dungannon. Let's see. Listen, folks. Let's see. Shane McCleve says, my dad says he would pay you another £25 if you stay on the 6. Listen, folks. This isn't about basically trying to get money up or less. I literally the day honestly cannot stay on after 5. It's like, if I could, I honestly would, but I've so much stuff I need to be doing. Do you not think I'd rather be down here doing this here than up in the bloody house getting a bit of air off the wife, like? Believe me, I'd rather be down here doing this here. But listen, I've a load of stuff to do today. I need to be out of here at 5, so do, because let's see. Sullivan 1916 says, just like Daco, a hero of Dublin, saved me and my community from a horrible fate. Definitely. Martin Daggerly, another legendary figure there who put his life in the line, so he did. So listen, yeah, so that's at 6 and it's done. So Sullivan and asking for this one here, the Flag of the Field, a great friend of mine and a great friend of the show as well, Liam Lappin. Brilliant tune, this one there, Liam from County Armagh. So folks, we'll have the last 15 minutes of the show today, so any more requests, get them in, and we'll see what we can fit in before we finish up this afternoon.
By yonder green hill flies the flag of the Fianna. In the silence the scouts seem to go to and fro. Night shades are creeping, soon the slough I'll be sleeping in the tents close by where the cannon fires low. Royal Meath is awakened from the long silent slumber. The thought of today will inspire the sea. Hark to the trial, oh what a triumph, as they march o'er the mountains in columns of green. Scouts of the Fianna advance o'er the nation. May every home greet you with joy and delight. May God give you strength for to love Him and Ireland. And when the day comes, give you courage to fight. So to all Ireland's youth of today and tomorrow, don't let our comrades' deaths be in vain. Pledge yourself loyal to the struggle for freedom, and one day we'll send all the Saxons back home. And one day we'll send all the Saxons back home.
Yeah, so they've been Kelly's Men there for you folks from their album Live in the Craigan. There's The Lonesome Boatman for Stevie Holbrook, that one there, so it is. For we're going to finish up here really very, very soon. Sorry folks, gotta go. Right, so let's see what it says. James McCleve says, Ro, you're a rebel music legend. Thank you very much, mate. John Boy McElhenney, when he's speaking a lot of sense here, he says, listen people, Ro has a pregnant wife, never cross a woman carrying a child. Yes, a woman carrying a child plus having another child beside her when her head's getting pickled. So Marty just said, I'm going to send Laura PM to say Ro's been held up and would she keep his dinner warm for him? Yeah, Marty, I'd like to know how, let me know how, but if she replies back to you, because I can't get a reply from her in a text message, so I don't think she's going to reply to you, so she's not. May as well finish with one shot Paddy for the day. Let's see. Stevie Holbrook says, you're human if you don't get goosebumps, listen to that, or what'd you say? See, superb as usual. Get goosebumps, listen to that there. Stevie, you'll have to let me hear you playing it there, see what one of these days. I'm playing the Lonesome Boatman. Right, so we're going to finish up 2 more songs, folks, and this is the second last one. You heard Dag Warfield last week in the show saying this is probably his all-time favourite Wolf Tone song. Of course, we're talking about The Streets of New York, and I didn't know. Ro, congratulations. Yes, mate, yep, June, September. That's just, our fingers are crossed. We're hoping that it's going to be here in August or something, so I can get to go to the Celtic Festival in Bundoran. But that may be out of the question. We don't know. But yes, so we're going to actually find out on Tuesday here what we're having. We didn't find out with Josie, so we didn't. But this time we're going to find out what we're going to be expecting to get ourselves ready. So you never know. I'll let you know next Sunday where we're going to be having a boy or a girl. So yes, here we go, folks. Streets of New York. This one.
I was 18 years old when I went down to Dublin with a fistful of money and a cartload of dreams. Take your time, said me father, stop rushing like hell. Remember, all is not what it seems to be. For those fellas would cut you for the coat on your back, or the watch that you got from your mother. So take care, you young bucko, and mind yourself well. Will you give this wee note to me brother? At the time Uncle Benji was a policeman in Brooklyn. Me father, the youngest, put down to the farm. When a phone call from America said send the lad over, the old fella said sure it wouldn't do any harm. For I've spent my life working this dirty old ground for a few pints of porter and the smell of a pound. Sure, maybe there's something you'll learn or you'll see, and you can bring it back home. Take it easy, So I landed at Kennedy and a big yellow taxi carried me and me bags through the streets and the rain. Well, me poor heart was thumping around with excitement. I hardly even heard what the driver was saying. We came in the short parkway to the flatlands in Brooklyn, to my uncle's apartment on East 53rd. I was feeling so happy, I was humming a song, and I sang You're as free as a bird. Well, to shorten the story, what I found out that day was that Benji was shot down in an uptown parade. And while I was flying my way to New York, poor Benji was lying in a cold city mall. Well, I phoned up the old fella, told him the news. I could tell he could hardly stand up in his shoes. And he wept as he told me, go ahead with the plan, but not to forget the proud Irishman. So I went up to Nellie's beside Fordham Road, and I started to learn about the lift of the load. But the heaviest thing that I carried that year was the bittersweet thoughts of my hometown so dear. I went home that December as the owl fella died, had to borrow the money from Phil on the side, and all the bright flowers and morass couldn't hide the poor wasted face of the farmer. I sold up the old farmyard for what it was worth. Into my bag stuck a handful of earth. Then I boarded a train and I caught me a plane, and I found myself back in the US again. It's been 22 years since I've set foot in Dublin. The kids know to use the correct knife and fork, but I'll never forget the green grass and the rivers as I keep law and order on the streets of New York. La 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 la
There we go, the Wolf Tones, of course, Derek Warfield's favourite Wolf Tone song he admitted last week. That's Streets of New York for that one, and the brilliant Tommy Byrne. It's just unmistakable voice in that one. So folks, we're going to wrap it up here, play one more song. Just loads of nice wee messages coming through here. Thank you very much, folks, honestly. Henry McKenna, great show, Macara, thank you. Derek Delaney, thanks for a great day with the extra hour. So folks, well, the extra hour, I'm on here at 5 now every week. It was 1 to 4, and I'm sort of decided there a couple of weeks ago it's going to be 1 to 5. Nice, what's it going forward? James McCleave says, well, two of us said we will donate 50 pound between us, plus anything else your other loyal followers will give. Better than driving the truck. Rates of pay, trust me, I'm also a truck driver for a living. Mate, listen, see if I can be doing this full time. I'd be out the door tomorrow, seriously. Son of around 1916, all the best, Ro, for what you're hoping for. No matter what, a healthy baby is a gift from God. You deserve the best, Macara. You're a good man. Thank you very much, mate. That's very nice, sir, of you. Stevie Holbrook, let's see what he's saying. Brilliant show, Ro, again. Loved it, as always. Thanks for the great banter with all on here. Let's see, Marty Heaney. Are you not getting your dinner, sort of, Marty, yet? Brilliant show again, Ro. Thanks for the crack, everyone. Gore Mugget, Ro. See you next week. And John Boy McElhanley says something else to look forward to. All the best. Let's see. So, folks, just there you go. Everybody, Eamon Melly as well. Always made cracks nightly. Dinner smells great. Well, listen, Hugh Neal, thanks for another great show. Ray Callahan, great show again. Carla McCrory, thank you. Brilliant afternoon. No show like a Ro show. Brilliant. Well, folks, if you enjoyed the day, get yourself a wee tip, and if you can, just scan the wee QR code here, as you can see, the front, or send us a wee shout just to paypal.me/DJ Ro Show, and it'll keep the wolf from the door, and sort of, else to say, until I can get back DJing again and earn a few quid. This is definitely helping, so it is, folks. So here we go. This is our very last one of the day, lovely Christy Moore song. And again, I have a big shout to Mickey Coleman, who got out of hospital in America the other day there, because I heard him singing this one the other day, and that's what brought it up. So yeah, he was through a terrible time, and a lot of people thought he wasn't going to pull through in hospital in America. So Mickey, fair play to you, mate. We're all glad to hear you're out of hospital, mate. Fair play. Here we go. So this is Christy Moore with The Voyage. I played this song so many times at weddings. It's unbelievable. A lot of people have us for their first dance. It's just a really lovely song. So here we go, folks. This is The Voyage. So I'll see you all next Sunday. Well, obviously, we're going to do the anthem after this one, folks. Here we go.
I'm a sailor, you're my first mate. We signed on together, we coupled our fate. Hauled up our anchor, determined not to fail. For the heart's treasure, together we set sail. Maps to guide us, we steered our own course, rode out the storms when the winds were gale force, sat out the doldrums in patience and hope, working together we learned how to cope. Life is an ocean and love is a boat in troubled waters that keeps us afloat. When we started the voyage, there was just me and you. Now gathered round us, we have our own crew. Together we're in this relationship. We've built it with care to last the whole trip. Our true destination's not marked on any chart. We're navigating for the shores of the heart. Life is an ocean and love is a boat in troubled waters that keeps us afloat. When we started the voyage, there was just me and you. Now gathered round us, we have our own crew. Life is an ocean and love is a boat in troubled waters that keeps us afloat. When we started the voyage, there was just me and you. Now gathered round us, we have our own crew.
At safi alligator Queens are slow Her tender rannikun They fudge face hair Shantir a shin share pasta Ni akbar pansira not pental And got my in sabar well They got their kill on was no sell They gone their scrape They love now be lit Charlotte carried around the bed Thanks very much, good night.
You've been listening to Rebel Podcast of Rory Carson. To listen to this and past episodes again, and to also check out future episodes, keep an eye on our official SoundCloud page. We're also available on all social media outlets. Just search Rebel Podcast. Bhí sé bhgéis seach an sin leis an fád cruúlaí Rebel le Rory McCarson. Le héisteach le seo agus hir hagran a ríis, agus na hagran atá le teach, caisúil ar siú ethical sugin ar SoundCloud, agus táid ar fáil ar gach cinneal ardan ar na main thuisiilta. Ní mór dit ach fád cruúlaí Rebel a curda.